Farmer Brands radio station.
It is Travis Rogers. It is DeMarco Farr. Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Mornings 9 to noon right here on 710. And here we go. It is time for the Arrowhead Mountain Springwater first pitch. First pitch. As Greg Bergman joins the fellas to talk all things boys in blue and the Halos. Arrowhead Mountain Springwater. Nothing else. Nothing else. Hear first pitch every weekday morning from 9 a.m. till 9:30 as we bring you all that baseball talk you love. First thing in your day. Live from LA Live on 7:10 a.m. The all-new ESPN LA app. And watch it on YouTube Live at ESPN Los Angeles. The Travis and DeMarco Show and First Pitch with Craig Bergman, made possible by Arrowhead Mountain Springwater. Right now.
Yeah! What's happening? What's going on, folks? What's the dealio?
What's
How are you
up
guys
with
doing?
you?
I've been dying to... What did you say again?
I said, what's up with you?
You guys have been singing this song. What song is this again?
What's up with you?
You said Michael Jackson and Eddie
Michael
Murphy.
Jackson and Eddie Murphy.
I
You don't
swear.
remember that song?
No, I thought I knew
They were
Eddie...
up in the clouds, and they were just kind of
No.
dancing around in the clouds.
I thought I knew every Eddie Murphy song. I did. There's Put Your Mouth on Me. There's the other one.
What a tip.
There is. I've never heard this song
I
ever in my
remember
life.
this song.
You remember the song?
It
Yeah.
was in 1993. Eddie Murphy featuring Michael Jackson. It was the sixth track on Eddie Murphy's third studio album, Love's All Right.
That's
Really?
right.
Okay. I guess I didn't get past track 5.
Here.
I was only in it for like a few songs.
I didn't even reach out to find track number 1.
Yeah. You know, like Eddie Murphy was the first Jamie Foxx. Like Eddie could sing. It's just the problem is Jamie could sing better.
Dude, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Years ago for ESPN the magazine, Brian and I did an assignment where we had incredible, almost unlimited backstage access at the ESPYs. Do you remember this now?
Talk us through
No, it's some art. There's Eddie Murphy with some.
They're in the clouds
with a huge
DeMarco.
belt buckle, and he's floating through the sky. And Eddie's got a tank top on with sunglasses and a huge belt buckle in the clouds.
When you mentioned,
Oh my God!
It's so good.
What is this?
When you mentioned
Am
Jamie
I awake?
Foxx,
The glasses are what really
Yes.
makes
Oh my
it.
goodness!
These glasses
I
are
did not know.
just
I
phenomenal.
have never seen this before in my
this
life.
was very like, okay, PM Dawn is hot. Let's make a PM Dawn style video.
Oh, okay.
This
is
was
it.
very PM Dawn.
And this is this era Michael Jackson. Okay,
Jamie-
I got you.
What I was saying with Jamie Foxx, we
Yeah.
had this story. We were doing basically backstage at the ESPYs, behind the scene, and we were given almost unlimited access.
Oh, wow.
Like basically, you can go in pretty much any room you want. You can go-
Celebrities everywhere.
Right, celebrities everywhere. But we spent some time hanging out. This was the year that Jamie Foxx hosted. Remember with Tennis Ball, the song to Serena.
Oh yeah.
And we were in his
Is
green
this
room.
pre-Ali?
Yes.
Pre-Oscar?
Pretty sure it was
On the way up.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
on the way up. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure it was pre-Oscar.
Hot, but
It was
not
pre-Ray.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty sure. He was in his green room, just like screwing around on the piano, singing with his band and stuff. I was like, this guy is so
You ever seen him?
freaking talented.
Have you ever seen him, Greg? Jamie Foxx, like do a stand-up?
Live? Oh, no. I mean,
Oh.
on TV, I've seen stuff like that. I watched the Jamie Foxx show. I watched In Living Color.
I saw a show in Seattle years ago, and he's on the way up. This is before, like, movies, so he's still doing TV shows, and he's doing these stand-up shows. And we go, and he's cracking you up, Dave Chappelle, split your side, laughter type stuff. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of that, a piano comes out, and he makes you cry.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
In the same 30 seconds, like with his voice.
he was
It's
a
like,
great athlete
wow, yes.
growing up. He was like an all-state quarterback.
Yeah,
in
really good,
Texas.
yes.
he was
he's
a
one of
great
those
quarterback
guys-
in that movie.
Yeah,
I-
any given Sunday.
I heard he's shopping a script about NFL doctors, which sounds intriguing,
Yes,
doesn't
it
it?
does. You know, by
Yeah.
the way, this is a great story with Any Given Sunday before we get to the Dodgers
Yeah,
really quick
we're
because we
getting there.
happen to land on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Remember in Any Given Sunday, after his character Willie Beeman is starting to blow up,
Willie
and
Beeman.
there's the
Oh, yeah,
montage of
he has the song.
there's a
Willie
montage
Beeman.
of that song and the pool party and all
Yeah.
that stuff going on.
Yeah.
That was actually Jamie Foxx's audition tape for Oliver Stone to do the
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Because
wow.
Jamie Foxx was at the time considered super against type for that movie, and
Yes.
Jamie Foxx had not established himself as like an actor other than kind of broad comedy.
Do you know who was supposed to get that role?
One Sean Diddy Combs.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, he
was
was
Oh,
supposed
thank
to be.
God that didn't happen.
Well, the reason he didn't get it was
You're right.
super unathletic.
Yes,
apparently. he was
not believable throwing
not
the
even
football.
Really?
sort of
And
believable.
Jamie Foxx was a quarterback. He played football, so it made sense. And then that came out. So, like I
You would
said,
look at that movie so differently if that was the case.
Anniversaries, weird things. If Puff gets that role, that whole movie's different. Today's the anniversary of Trent Green getting hurt. That whole thing and how that whole story with Kurt Warner began today.
See, that's an
one
interesting
bad
story
hit.
to me. And by the way, we talked about this before, but
Yeah.
you and I did a show here a couple, a year ago.
Yes.
And we argued about Trent Green. That was a huge argument where I thought,
Yes.
Andy, I thought that
He was
there was
trying
no
to
way
squash
that Kurt
me,
Warner.
AK.
There was no way that Trent Green was a better quarterback than
AK,
Kurt Warner.
he was trying
Kurt
to sub me on the radio, and guess what I did?
Kurt Warner is a Hall of Famer. He went to Super Bowls.
Yes.
He was one of the best quarterbacks he's ever seen coming off the street.
And had
There's
Trent
no
not
way.
gotten hurt
And he was arguing with
He
me
was
that-
going to keep Kurt Warner on the bench. There's
forever. You would have never heard of Kurt
Trent
Warner
Green
ever.
was really good.
Right.
But here's
Like,
the funny part.
really
Go
good.
ahead.
Yeah, but
he didn't believe me.
So I didn't believe him. We were just going back and forth. We were just having a sports radio argument.
He didn't believe me, and I'm
And he-
wearing the ring.
I was like, okay, look, I think you're just kind of glazing him a little bit. Like, you're going a little bit overboard here. And he goes, you want to go ask the guy himself?
Hold on a minute.
And he called Kurt Warner
I sure
and got
did.
Kurt Warner on the phone. And we talked to him, and Kurt Warner's like, oh, yeah. Trent
That's
Green
my
would have
guy.
been the guy.
Well, funny. We're going to get Isaac Bruce on later on because he was right there. If you've seen the video when Trent goes down, Isaac kind of embodies how we felt at the moment. We knew we were going to be good. We were a very good football team because of Trent, and then all of a sudden, all that goes out the window. Imagine, well, I don't even want to say it. Imagine if your favorite player just all of a sudden went down in the middle of a pennant race. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing. That's how we felt. So Isaac will come on and talk about that. So anyway, you cannot spell shove without show, right?
That's right.
I'm
Look at the
I love that
transition.
DeMarco in his head is like, real. No, you
Yeah,
can't,
right.
right?
I'm
can't wait.
pointing
Wait,
that.
wait,
Okay.
S-H-O.
So I'm going to turn it over to you. You and Clinton got into it about Shohei, this very same thing.
Look,
you tweeted last night or texted last night. You could not wait to get it off your chest.
I couldn't.
So
I couldn't. I'm
so
sorry.
just go. Shohei strikes out 9, finally goes 5, gets his first win as a Dodger. It was an awesome moment.
It was a very awesome moment, and just really, there are moments. I get very few of these moments where I'm 100% correct.
Yes,
and this just
I
happened
can't
to
call
be.
Kurt Warner.
This is one of those ones where I was just 100% correct in this conversation
Yes.
about what he's going to do. Clinton was very adamant. No Shohei. I'm like, if this dude goes at 5 and he starts going big and he starts shoving and he's giving him 8, 9 strikeouts and really just keeping everybody off balance, how do you not keep that guy? By the way, he threw 7 different pitches yesterday.
Yeah.
And remember how I said he wasn't throwing the splitter? Oh, he threw that yesterday.
Can we just focus on that that's freaking amazing. 7 different pitches.
Yeah.
And
So-
he's got 45 home runs.
And yeah, and
There-
almost
there are
46
guys that
yesterday.
only pitch that can't do that.
Right. No, he's just unbelievable. So
Yeah, okay.
So this is kind of what my point was, and I don't
Yeah.
need, I'm not trying to kill Clinton here, but the fact is
You're
that
not-
Just
you're
a little
not-
bit, little bit,
I mean,
little bit,
you're
little
not
bit.
being
trying to
little.
not
You
kill
can
him.
kill
either.
him
You're little.
slightly,
Not
just
trying
a
to
little
not
bit.
kill him.
if he
You can
comes
call
in here,
Kurt
we can
Warner.
have this conversation again, and he'll defend himself,
ahead.
which is great.
We won't let you kill him.
Yeah. Right. But the thing is,
Maim him, maybe.
You-
but
you
not
see-
kill him.
this is what the issue is: that how do you keep this guy off the mound in the postseason as a starter if he's going 5, if he's striking out 9,
I
if
have
he's
no
not
idea now.
and if he's throwing all 7 pitches?
yes.
By the way, that splitter that he throws looks exactly like the slider that he gets a ton of people out,
Yeah.
except it's 10 miles slower.
AK, ask him what you asked me about Shohei before we started the show. And I said champagne problem. Trying to pick your postseason
Oh, okay.
rotation.
So what did I ask
yeah.
you? I don't remember.
I said it's champagne problem, and I don't want to be the guy that makes the choice.
Yeah.
I don't know how you choose if he's doing this plus everything else, and Emmett Sheehan continues to get better and changes your mind down the stretch.
That's why I took Emmett Sheehan out of the conversation. If everybody's healthy and
Right.
you have Yamamoto, Glasnow, Snell, Shohei, and Kershaw all healthy, Emmett is a piggyback on somebody.
Right.
He is a long reliever. He will be on the roster, but he's not a starter.
But just in case, he just leave the door open for he may change your mind.
He could,
if he continues doing what he's doing,
if
right.
he goes absolutely insane in the month of September, sure.
Right.
But I can't see how it's like a very, very slight margin.
Does it matter to you at all? And there's no question, Ohtani was really
Amazing.
good on the mound last night. Does it matter to you at all in terms of thinking about the big picture with what to do with him in the postseason, that as his starts have lengthened, his production at the plate has gone down? in games that I'm not even talking
45 home runs.
I'm not even talking about the next day. I'm talking about the day that he pitches.
He's leading baseball in runs.
No, but I'm saying as he's
I know. I got you.
As his starts have lengthened. It's true. I've crunched the numbers. It's actually true.
So yeah, no, he hits the ball. He's usually pretty good at the plate when he actually pitches. He didn't last night. But he had a ball that just missed.
Sure, but I'm
going for
just
a home
saying
run.
in terms of the overall production, his last 3 starts, which have been the 3 that have been most lengthened, he's 3 for 11 at the plate with no RBIs. I realize it's a small sample size,
Right.
but there's no other way to do this but small sample size.
He also we've had many text message threads with DeMarco and Travis that when he hits a triple in the first at bat of the game, and DeMarco gets scared because
I go running high. I'm out of the bet, by the way.
Or he hits a home run in the first at bat, or he does something. I'm not worried about him at the plate when he pitches. I'm worried about him in the plate after he pitches, because historically, even with the Angels and all of that, it was always the next day.
Just a question. He's still rehabbing, sort of, right? There's still some training wheels on him, correct?
Yeah, he's not allowed to go more than 5 right now.
So I get from AK, we're worried about Ohtani wearing down, right?
Yeah.
Could he be getting stronger as this training goes? It may not wear him down. He may actually get in condition to do this. So what you're worried about, he could actually straighten out the more he does.
This may be, to your point, DeMarco, this may be part of the process to getting to your strongest version.
Yeah.
You have to dip a bit in order to buuld that muscle.
No doubt.
So you can do both things
Not
as
every set is
effectively.
great. You know what I mean?
It's just something that I've noticed as in August, and especially the last few starts, as they've lengthened them, he has been hitting less.
Yeah,
He has been driving in. No, I mean, considerably.
No, but it's 3 considerably less. He strikes out a lot. I think he has like 170 plus strikeouts right now. So he does that anyway. If you look at what he's done, I actually did it the other day. It was before yesterday's game, but in the month of August, which is just about over, he's hitting like 325
but it's
with 18, like a bunch of home runs and 22 RBIs, and he's still. It's the whole thing. He's still hitting like Shohei.
He is, but like I said,
he could be player of the month. He might be.
He very well might be. I'm not saying Ohtani's been bad in August, just so it's clear. That's not my point.
So on game
I'm talking about days that he pitches as they have been lengthening his starts. And again, I know it's a small sample size, but there's no other way to do this. He has been hitting less. And the reason I care about that is just because when you're talking about a series, all series are small sample size. So you only have so much time.
You got to admit that. That's new.
Yeah.
Going into a series with a guy that does both. You've never been there.
No.
You've seen the Angels. Well, you haven't seen the Angels.
Nobody.
No, that's why he's a Dodger now.
Nobody has since Babe Ruth.
I know.
And
so
that means that most of the people that were alive then are not alive now.
Usually the ball knowers of a station or wherever, they have answers for just about anything. And you guys are all befuddled about what you should do with him going forward. No one knows. I don't even think they know. I think he may have an idea of what he can do.
We've seen
and how he should be used.
I can't tell you what Shohei's numbers were at the plate when in the WBC when he pitched. Also, I don't know those off the top of my head. I'm not going to look it up right now. But I just know who Shohei is in big moments, what he does.
You said that. You came up your face when you said that yesterday. He knows when he needs to step up the moment.
Look, when he had to hit 50-50, he had one of the greatest games in the history of baseball.
He's got that it factor.
Anytime something comes up where, unless he injures his arm sliding into second base, which is not about what he does at the plate, he is phenomenal in those big moments. He's one that goes towards the big moments. He doesn't shy away from them. And this is in the postseason. Hitting and pitching, I feel like that he will. I trust Shohei enough.
It'll be special. Can't wait. It'll be historic. And I heard one of those guys, oh my God, it might have been not Buster Posey, Buster Olney. He was describing or defining MVP. It's stepping up, being at your best when your team needs it most. And part of that is, like you said, he has a flair for the moment, and he always steps up for the moment. I think last night definitely qualifies.
It was a bobblehead night. He had to show up and have 9 strikeouts and 5 innings.
I do have one question. This is just funny off the wall stuff. What if he prefers Dalton rushing? How do you solve that problem? If he goes, I really want him to catch me.
I think it gets solved by he gets Dalton Rushing.
No, in the postseason, he gets Will Smith. You're not taking Will Smith off the field in the postseason.
So he has not reached Kershaw status yet to pick his own catch?
Kershaw is not picking it in the postseason.
I can do what I did last night if you give me Dalton Rushing. I can do that anytime.
If it goes that way, then maybe. But by the way, Dalton Rushing stepped up huge.
Big time, yes, no doubt.
A single up the middle was very softly hit, but
way to go, squatty body.
You walked to get to him. It was very, very well done by Dalton Rushing.
4-game win streak, and you haven't killed Clinton Yates just yet. Almost. How about the next segment? Do we have any Arrowhead?
We don't have any Arrowhead. Everybody here is so obsessed with it now that they drink all of it.
They drink
so
all
we
the
need
Arrowhead.
to get we have to get another new shipment. So, but until then, first pitch is brought to you by Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, nothing else.
Beating Clinton Yates into the corner. Coming up next, Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
This is the Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water first pitch on the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Have you ever met Miss Lindy? She's a gal with the bright red hair. Now she stands out from all the rest. You know her anywhere. Bright red hair.
ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Labor Day savings are on now at George Chevrolet. Don't miss out on the hottest deals of the summer. Take advantage of incredible Labor Day specials on the top-selling Chevy models like the rugged Colorado, to the family-sized Traverse, or the track-ready Corvette Stingray. And with federal EV rebates ending soon, now is the best time to lock in maximum savings on the full lineup of electrified Chevy models. Hurry in, Labor Day savings won't last. Visit George Chevrolet of the 91 Freeway, Lakewood exit in Bellflower, or at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Discover Big League Hydration with Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, delivering refreshment all season long. Sourced from carefully selected springs right here in the West, Arrowhead is crisp, refreshing, and complete with naturally occurring minerals. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, the official water of Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
What's going on? Happy Thursday. It's Morales. And guess what? A little history this afternoon at 3 p.m. The final Sedano and Cap afternoon show. And we're going to be live at Hollywood Park Casino for the ultimate fantasy football draft party today, 3 p.m. HBC Park Party and Play. Cappy's going to be there. Beto Duran, producer Winzy Baseball, Funchy Lover, Michael Funches, and me, Chris Morales. Maybe even a Greg Bergman appearance as we throw down the ultimate fantasy football draft party and say goodbye to afternoon drive because tomorrow we got a best of the final Sedano and Cap afternoon show.
We may have to figure out who's going to be in these studios or not come September 2nd.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
Wow. Happens today at 3 at Hollywood Park Casino. Come on out, press the flesh with us, and have a party, party.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha!
We'll see you at 3 p.m. today on ESPN LA.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Pechanga Resort Casino is giving away $1 million in August. Win your share of the $1 million in prizes by using your Pechanga Club card when you play your favorite slots or table games to earn entries. Then, be at Pechanga Resort Casino every Saturday in August to activate your entries for the weekly drawing. You could be one of the many winners of the $100,000 in cash, and thousands in easy play is also up for grabs. Must be present to win. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for complete details. Must be 21 or older with valid ID to participate.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. This is the Arrowhead Mountain Springwater first pitch. With Greg Bergman talking all things boys in blue and the Halos. Arrowhead Mountain Springwater. Nothing else. Let's get back to first pitch right now on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710.
That's the one I know. Yes. That was Rick James, right?
Yep.
Yes. There we go. Hold the beat. There you go.
I am going to have that in my head for the rest of the day.
Ooh, there we
that
go.
was a good one.
Yes,
nice,
sir.
Nice, DeMarco.
I'm just reading these stats right now. This is Clayton Kershaw's August. My God.
Amazing.
19 batters struck out across 28 innings.
Yep.
Only walking 3. He's 5-0 for the month.
Yep.
Where would you be without Clayton Kershaw?
You would be fighting for a wild card spot. You'd probably be in the wild card still.
Yeah.
You'd probably be around where the Padres are, maybe a little bit less. You would not be in second
leading
place.
the division. No, absolutely
you would not be leading the division. You would not be in second place in all of NL just a few games back.
And who had that on your bingo card? Nobody. No one. We're all eating crow. What did you say about crow yesterday?
That expression sounds so disgusting.
It
just
does.
like the concept of actually eating crow.
Yeah,
sounds horrible.
I guess that's what it's like to say you're wrong in sports.
There can't be much meat on those bones,
No,
right?
It's all feathers and
It's your
disease.
Yeah,
It's just,
and it's like rats from they got run over on the side of the road.
You know where else you would be actually without Clayton Kershaw? If you didn't have that, you wouldn't be in first place. It would be a completely different show, and the struggle would be real. You would also be almost maybe dependent on Roki Sasaki, and I'm glad you don't have to do that.
No, we do not. Good. And also, there was a lot of hype around Roki Sasaki. I know when we were talking before the season started about Roki and before they even signed him.
He preemptively got out there. See what he did there?
Yeah,
Because you know what I was going to say.
I know exactly where you're going. Look, I know you, DeMarco. I see how this game works.
Gosh, you ruined that one. Yeah.
Everything that was said about him is that he could be the best pitcher in baseball. He has the stuff to be the best pitcher in baseball. And so, but the fact of the matter is, he's still 23 years old.
Right.
He's still somebody that came over early on a minor league contract so that he could be within the Dodger organization or any organization, got here early and for cheap and didn't do the posting fee at 25 years old so he could be here and find out what's going on with my velocity.
Right.
And it was all things that teams needed to figure out for him. And when they did, and he got hurt, and now he's kind of learning through it. He's in his last start, I think he hit 98 miles an hour. So his velocity is going back up. So they figured something out. But he's still a couple of outings away. But this was never supposed to be the year. I think we wanted it to be the year because we heard, you could be the best ever. You're 23 years old. You got the most amazing stuff.
Well, it's on top of Otani and Yamamoto. It's like we're taking all of the best Japanese
Shota Imanaga,
players.
And there's a whole bunch of other guys that are coming over and are pitching so great, but they're also older. They're past that 25, 26 years old. He's coming over at the youngest age so he can have a nice, long career in the majors.
Put that meat in the freezer is what I say.
Yeah.
You ever bought like big roast from Costco and you leave it in the fridge too long? Now you can't cook it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Freezer burn.
Just put it in the freezer. Save it for later. That's perfect. No one had that about Kershaw. So during the break, I was just thinking, if they do this and pull off the miracle, going back-to-back would qualify as a sports miracle, wouldn't it? In baseball?
I mean, it just doesn't. It's a rarity. It hasn't happened since the
Isn't that the very
2000s, early
definition
2000s
of
with
miracle?
the Yankees.
Rarity doesn't happen often?
Yeah. I mean,
where would you put back-to-back in baseball, like sports achievements?
It is really hard to do.
Yeah.
It does not happen often. I mean, it's hard to repeat, period. Like, I think there was
back-to-back in football.
It's
Yay.
hard.
Back-to-back in
Mahomes
basketball with the team is sometimes expected. In baseball,
Three-peats.
that's impossible.
Yeah.
It's just hard, man. Like, it is. First of all, it's hard to win, period. Like, I think especially we in LA, because LA has had so many different championship teams and sustained periods of championship success.
Yeah.
You can lose sight at just how hard it is to win. like regular season games, much less playoffs
The
and
sport
championship.
itself.
Yeah, it's hard.
Can balance out even the best. I was thinking of the Wheaties box. If they pull this out, the miracle, the two guys I would want on the front would be Shohei and then Clayton Kershaw.
Would love.
Think
Kershaw
about what that says. Babe Ruth and Mr. Dodger himself. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I also, that would be pretty cool. And I'd buy that.
Of course,
box, honestly. Put it in my office. Put it up there. But either way, it's baseball is such a long, long sport. You're playing from March and really starting at the end of February through into possibly the beginning of November and going all the way through. And they did it last year, and then to go around and do it all over again after a short off season, like it's a long, long grind. So you understand why in the middle of summer they have those June and July glooms that everything just kind of dies a little bit. You get tired. Your body is exhausted.
Tennis, don't you?
Occasionally,
I cannot watch match point rallies. I can't. It just drives me nuts. And that's what baseball is for, like, year-round. It's always like, you're there. One more thing. I am so glad they won last night without the home run. I am. Because it's usually home run derby, and I'm a fan of that. But manufacturing runs to get guys in, I guess, is a sign of grinding and that they're improving.
Yeah, So what's happening is that balls are falling when they weren't before.
Yeah, you got a couple bloops.
We complain a lot about Teo and how things drop in front of him. Yesterday they had little flares that dropped in front of the right fielder over 2 times in a row to help load the bases, and then he had Dalton Rushing get that right up the middle. I don't think the exit velocity was above 50 on any of those hits. Like sometimes you need to do that.
You at softball.
So that was always what was so frustrating. Thank you very much. Hey, I had a hit, all right? Leave me alone.
You heard that one.
I was rolling, and he threw me off. But at the same time, like this is what was happening before. They weren't putting the ball in play.
Yeah, right.
They were striking out, or they were popping up, or it was bad baseball for a long time. Now they're getting bad on ball, and you put the ball in play, good things happen. It's very cliche to say, but it does work.
Every day you're erasing those ifs. Every day they're starting to get better. It seems like the machine. When do you start to trust the machine rolling? You're up to four in a row.
They swept a team that has not been swept all season.
Right. When you say, okay, that's it. 7, 5 in a row, 6 in a row. When you say, okay, they found it.
No, I don't think it has an amount in a row. I think they won 4 in a row. That's a step forward. Now win the next.
But
series.
You're not comfortable winning 4 in a row.
No. Yeah. I still need to see more. I mean,
That's what I mean.
You still need a couple more things to happen, too. Right. You need Max Muncy to come back. You need Tommy Edman to come back. Those two are very, very important pieces to this. And that will eventually, and we're not going to talk about Conforto. He had a great game. Good job. Well done, buddy.
I God, I forgot.
There's only one Conforto.
Come on, eat it, Greg. Eat it.
But he's not going to play as much because Kike is playing very well. But then that means that, Muncy's going to be at third. Alex Freeland's going to be sent down probably. And then when you have Edman back,
did you not clap when Conforto hit it out? Did you just sit on your hands? Are you that bad?
No, I'm happy.
Were you happy that he actually had success, or were you like, dang, I hate the fact that he's having success?
But no, I would never be mad.
Greg can move on to another villain. Like it's not that big of a deal.
He's really dug in on this.
There's always
Conforto thing.
Look, I've worked with Greg longer than you. I've watched Greg talk Dodger baseball.
He cares about the Dodgers more than he hates Conforto.
There's always another villain for Greg.
I start the year waiting about a month and saying, okay, who's going to be my villain? Like, I'm looking for it.
That's a better question. If not Conforto, who is your next in line? Who's your next target?
We're past it. It's Conforto for the year.
That's it?
So we'll be, because just to start it off.
Look, he's settled into a nice groove.
Yeah. Well, think about it. When they signed him, I hated the signing. I was like, why are we doing this? This was from the very beginning.
Yes.
I didn't like it at all. I was like, why are we doing this? This is a terrible move. And then he proved me right throughout, so it was very easy to make him my villain.
Say something positive about Conforto. Just one.
He was great.
There you
yesterday.
go.
He actually had 3 hits. He was great in the series.
Yes.
He had 5 hits in the series. He had 2 doubles, a home run. He was really, really good. The last time he did this, he went on a 68. I looked it up. Because I was. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I do it? So I looked it up, and he did it in Boston. And he had 3 hits and a home run, and immediately after that, he went 8 for 61.
Wow.
And so
I hope he goes on a tear.
So let's have him go. Great. Go on a tear.
World Series
MVP
MVP
he's
Michael
your World Series
Conforto.
MVP.
I would be ecstatic.
Remember that Wheaties
I will
box he
take
said he
all
would
of
buy?
Would you re-sign him?
Yes, of course he would.
Well, if you're
World
the
Series MVP
On the
Michael
Wheaties box.
Conforto.
if he's just amazing. I keep saying shoves, but if he's great
Yes.
throughout the whole postseason.
Would you give him like a Teo contract? Because he's sort of
probably
this
not.
year's. He's this year's Teo signing.
I don't know.
Or he was meant to be.
I think
this
you would
year's
have to
Teo.
give him a prove it contract, like a 1 year, $20
That's
million
not an
contract.
extension. I'm talking
You're
extension.
extending 1 year.
That's
That's
true.
a fake. That's a
true.
Frank Vogel
How
extension.
about
That's
I
not
don't
an
think
actual
I don't know if they do it in baseball to 1-1. Do we have 1-1s? We
They do have player options.
Do they have player?
I believe so, yeah.
Team options? Yeah, maybe. I don't know how it works.
Shohei.
1-1, and maybe something on a 2-year contract, maybe. But he has to be the best player in the playoffs all
Series
the
MVP.
way through, and then we can talk about that.
Shohei's throwing breaking stuff.
Shohei
And he
Ohtani.
touched 100, and he got a hit, and he's got 45 home runs.
No, he's amazing.
I'm just slowing down to make sure I appreciate this because seriously, I don't want to miss this. I want to take this all in. You've seen greatness before, right? Did you know you were watching it while you were watching it? Or
Kobe?
Shaq. I'm sorry. I thought
just
you
period. Like you're watching greatness.
You
Did
know
you
what?
recognize
Okay,
greatness
this
while you
is
were watching it?
Do you recognize greatness?
Yes.
Like in the case of someone like
Because this
Kobe?
is right in your face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What I do think becomes interesting, and I try to at least be mindful of this.
Yeah.
Not to be desensitized to it.
Right.
Like to the point where you lose sight of how amazing it is. Like, Brian and I joke all the time about how during the 2006 season, the first season we covered the Lakers full time, Kobe went through this run of 7, 8, maybe more games of 50 plus.
Yeah.
Like this long run. And then when it finally snapped, he had something like 32.
Oh, really?
Which is still great.
He's still up there.
But you end up asking Kobe, so what happened in this game? What went wrong that you only scored 32?
I hope we get a similar run. I think
that
he
was
has
an
that
amazing
ability.
run.
Look,
by the
I
way.
was at 81. At 81. And the funny thing about 81 is the first half, Kobe scored something like 25 or whatever, which is obviously awesome.
That's a game for some guys.
Right.
Yeah.
But the actual, in the moment, the story of the game felt like in that first half, the Lakers, who were fighting for playoff positioning, like fighting to stay in that race, they're going to blow a game against a really crappy Raptors team. And it's going to feel like a game where Kobe got 40, which we've seen a billion times,
right?
And they're going to lose. And then I remember in the third quarter, like the Lakers started coming back in, and Kobe in particular started getting on a tear. And I remember looking up at the box score and be like, holy like Kobe's at like 45 with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. It just sort of snuck up on me because you get used to Kobe scoring at this level.
We're on the same page.
Yep.
That's why I say it. 9 strikeouts. He's got 45 home runs. The dude has a breaking ball as well. I'm trying to appreciate it all. Appreciate Greg, too, except you didn't come in with Arrowhead anymore.
I didn't. We ran out. The station loves it so much that they're gone. We need to get more.
Please more. So that was first pitch, correct?
Yes, first pitch brought to you by Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, nothing else.
Okay, speaking of Kobe, speaking of 81 games, speaking of taking over when you want to, Jeanie Buss and Rob Pelinka were in Poland.
Yes,
we'll tell you why. Next, Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. My show.
Introducing Golden Hour, our new mango dragon fruit sparkling spring water. Arrowhead, straight from the West.
Travis and DeMarco.
Hey, Cop, you got a name?
Hammond. Cates. Love that movie, 48 Hours.
48 Hours
Big
is
time.
so great. So great.
So you were talking about Kobe's scoring stretch there, right?
Yeah.
I was looking up Luka's numbers. He had a 73-point game January 26, 2024. Is that right, against the Hawks?
Yeah, sounds right, yeah.
73-point game. Why don't I remember this?
Because it was Dallas v. Hawks.
Wow. I mean,
I'm guessing that's the reason why.
And he had a 60-point triple-double.
Yes.
Okay. I did not know this. I knew Luka was great. I never knew his numbers.
He is.
A 60-point triple-double, 60 points, 20 rebounds, 21 assists in is that 2022? And
I'd have to find the box score, but that sounds about right.
And he started the year with.
Yep, it was against the New York Knicks when he was in Dallas. His final line was 60 points, 21 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, 1 block against just 4 turnovers.
Okay, Sasha's right. He was right yesterday. He's more right. Yes, I mean, that does get lost in Dallas. If that was here in Los Angeles, you would never forget it.
Got to the line 22 times
That's
in this game.
ridiculous. And this is the other one. He 30-point games in his first 7 games. So the dude can absolute flat-out score. This is the other part about, like, I could care less about his defense if you're doing that. Your offense is your defense, so shout out to Michael Cooper. The thing you said about Kobe, and it got me thinking, how many guys have actually had the talent and the opportunity to do what Kobe did? LeBron is at the end. I don't think he's got enough gas for all of this. For these,
you mean to have the opportunity at this age to have a running mate this good,
to really be this explosive and this, like, in your prime?
Yeah, I mean, it's LeBron is one of one in terms of the longevity playing at this level, like you said.
But you're at the tail end of that longevity. Yeah, you're out of his prime.
Yo, we're way out of his prime.
You're in his prime, and you've got the talent. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
this is the first superstar the Lakers have had in Luka that was in his prime and capable of being the best player on a team that goes to the finals.
Right.
We know this because Luka has done that. He took the Mavericks to the finals in 2024. The Lakers have obviously had superstars since Kobe. They've had LeBron. They've had Anthony Davis. But LeBron was already past what we call primes generally when they got him.
And
Anthony Davis, as great as AD was, and AD is a great player.
Was still working it, yeah.
AD has not shown that he can be the number one guy on a team that goes to the finals.
And I heard something, nor does he want to be the number one guy. I don't know which guy told me that. It was one of you guys that have a connection to the Lakers, and they said, candidly, I'm not sure he wants to be the number one option.
I think AD does. For what it's worth, I could be wrong. I think he does. It is really, really hard to do that. It just is. But, I'll say this, Anthony Davis's last full season with the Lakers, I think he was the best two-way player in the league.
Fair. Yeah,
I really do. I think he was.
Yeah. I wouldn't want such a responsibility, but I wouldn't shuck it either if it was thrown onto my shoulders. I think Luka wants it. I like that part when Sasha said he's an absolute assassin.
Luka loves a stage, man. He loves the stage.
I love that. I think Kobe did too. Is that fair? You met him, I didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, he loved the stage.
Hell
he really did. He didn't run for, and it like the court was his.
He ran
his
towards
deal.
the stage.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and it was hard to get him off. So what we said was Jeanie Buss and Rob Pelinka went over to Poland because Luka is playing today against Poland at 11:30 Pacific.
The Eurobasket. The real games are officially kicking off. Serbia played yesterday. Kicked the crap out of whoever they played. Serbia is considered one of, if not the favorite to win this thing, led by, obviously, Nikola Jokic. Slovenia is not considered a great team, but they have a great player.
Never mind. Go ahead. I was going to say, who is that? Never
Spoiler
mind.
alert, the great player is Luka.
Right, go ahead. But, yeah, I think it's right. I totally missed that. I was just thinking if I was Jeanie Buss and Rob Pelinka and basically the Lakers, and I had that much of an investment in a guy like that, I would make sure I would go over and monitor everything that goes on with him because he already went down once and scared the hell out of everyone. I'd want to make sure I'd want to be there. I would want to question everything. I mean, he's my number one asset. I would want to protect my number one asset.
Well, that's the thing they may be doing behind the scenes quietly, hoping Luka doesn't hear about it. But publicly, This is all about signaling to Luka continually, you are our guy. We will support you in all
You still
facets.
have to do that with him? Or,
Yes.
or you just is this just syrup on
This
top?
is-
I
well,
think he
it's-
knows you just paid him.
Well, but it's not a long extension.
Yeah.
And I think
You
with
basically moved aside LeBron James.
This is very early on, let's say in a courtship.
Yes.
You want to be showering them in love in the very beginning of a courtship to show that you're here for the long term,
Yeah.
show that you have the goals for them, saying, hey, so Jeanie and Rob are saying, we love you, Luka. You can play your
and this is
basketball
also
whenever
this
you
comes
want.
with what the Lakers do.
You could also turn into Psycho Stalker too.
No, okay. If you want to think about this as relationship metaphors,
yes.
Think about how Luka's last relationship ended and the
Okay.
way he was dumped. I don't think he's looking at the
Extra
Lakers as
mile.
psycho
We
stalkers.
love you so much. We love everything you do. Anything you do is great.
I'm sure Luka really appreciated the fact that they came over to support him.
1,000%.
You can tell in the picture.
But I do-
Absolutely.
I do think this is the Lakers. I know that the Lakers have had great players from overseas on their team before, namely Paul Gasol. But I think that this is their first time of a cornerstone of their team is from outside of the United States.
Yep.
And so, and guess who's going to buy the Lakers? It's going to be the guys from the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Can they juice Europe like the Dodgers have juiced Japan?
Dare I say you sold short? Because if this takes off and the Lakers are already global, but they go global, what are they going to be worth in 10 years?
Globaler.
Globaler. If you win championships with this guy, multiple championships.
And that means they get to support him in playing for his country that he wants to play with.
You dang right.
Yeah, I mean, if you're,
But I think it's more protecting your guy too.
it's
Yeah.
all of it. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're asking me if I think Rob and Jeanie, in like their heart of hearts, want Luka playing in this, the answer is probably no, because you always worry about your guy getting hurt.
Right.
But that being said, they would never stop him from doing it, nor does, frankly, any team stop their superstars from doing this stuff.
Well,
not if you want to keep them.
But you really didn't have this problem before.
Well, it's the first
There was
time.
no EuroLeague for LeBron.
No, and
there was no
just
EuroLeague
Olympics
for
every
Kobe.
4 years.
Just the Olympics
Why
every
didn't
4
Kobe
years.
go EuroLeague? Kobe was very
because he represented Team USA.
Where else could he play in Italy?
He could have.
He
but,
could have played in
but
Italy.
he wanted to play for Team USA.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you haven't really had this issue, and it's not really an
No.
issue. What do you call it?
It's a different variable. It's
A
just
different variable. I like that. It's not an
something-
issue. It's just
Right.
something
Well,
else you have to deal with.
It's miles on the car.
Right.
Yes. Okay. It's inevitable.
And this is something that when you bring in particular, a Euro star, but just a star from anywhere that is not the United States.
Yes.
They take playing for your country extremely seriously.
Yes.
Like, and particularly like a country like
Not
Slovenia.
as serious as I take the Lakers.
A country like
I
Slovenia,
need you here, not
man,
there.
like the population, I believe, is smaller than the population of LA.
Yes.
So Luka representing them is a massive deal.
Oh,
and Luka
gosh.
takes it really
And you're selling
seriously.
jerseys in
Yep.
Slovenia.
Oh, hell yeah.
And starting on Tuesday, speaking of hell yeah, September 2nd, Travis and DeMarco move to the afternoon. Yes, baby. The Super Bowl champ, that is me, brings my football expertise, and Travis brings his greatness.
Greatness.
Just across the board greatness.
I love that line. While producer Laura and producer DeAndre join the guys, join us, and bring a fresh sound to your drive home. The DeMarco and Travis Show, 3 to 6, Tuesday, September 2nd, on ESPN LA. All right, coming up next, The Far Side. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The 2025 regular season for the LA Rams kicks off Sunday, September 7th at SoFi Stadium against the Houston Texans. Coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. with the Toyota Rams countdown to kickoff with Travis Rogers and Sua Cravens. Kickoff at 1:25 p.m. from the Palace in Inglewood. Hear every moment right here.
On your home for Rams football in the Southland, 710 ESPN, and of course, on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey, soccer fans, are you ready for a shot at some serious soccer excitement? San Antonio Cardinale Wine is giving you a chance to win tickets to a major upcoming soccer game. Imagine being there live, experiencing the thrill of world-class soccer firsthand. It's easy to enter. Just visit soccerdreamticket.com. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity from San Antonio Cardinale, your perfect game day wine. Head to soccerdreamticket.com now for details and your chance to score big.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Pick me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
I mean, you completely rocked my world, Emily, when you told me today is the anniversary of Trent Green getting hurt. I mean, think about that whole story. The greatest show on turf, the Kurt Warner story that spawned into a movie.
Underdog.
Movie, yes, Hollywood. It was cinematic what happened, and it's so funny living through it. It's your life, and then when you see it played out on film, it's like, whoa, I don't even believe this stuff happens. When I watch replays of that Super Bowl.
You were quite literally there.
And I was in there. That Super Bowl, when I'm watching us play Tennessee, I get nervous on that last drive. And I'm wearing the ring. It's just one of those, it's so crazy. Isaac Bruce, my teammate, my forever teammate, will join us at 10 o'clock. To talk about that, because he was right there. When you see that video and Isaac banging on the turf, it symbolized everything we thought of. Think of it this way, right? The run the Rams are on. Think of the complete opposite. It's just bad. Cleveland Browns worthy. Like the Browns fans are like, damn, I'm sorry it's so bad for you guys. That's how bad it was. And finally, we had a ray of hope. We had a pretty good football team, and we finally had the quarterback to take us to the promised land. We're going to the dance. We have a chance to compete with everyone else in the NFL. And then Rodney Harrison, because he's a nutcase, decides to blow his knee out in a preseason game that doesn't matter.
It's very similar. I mean, obviously, Kurt Warner, Hall of Fame, great player. He did not become Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But it's very similar to Bledsoe getting hurt, Brady stepping in.
Same story.
Nobody knows who the hell Tom Brady. Like,
yeah, 6th-round pick out of Michigan.
Yeah, it is easy to forget. Tom Brady in college was not Tom Brady.
No. Well, Michigan, he wasn't the same guy.
That's
same
what I'm
offense.
saying. He was not Tom Brady.
Not at all. Almost the same story. Kind of. Bledsoe was there. He was in uniform when Brady won his first Super Bowl. Remember, he was banging on the chest.
Yep.
We freaking won. It's that joy. Watching Trent Green rehab, hearing him rehab, hearing him screaming from the training room as we're coming into the morning to work out after our 10th straight victory or whatever it was. Our euphoria mixed in with his pain was so wild.
Well, that's why I say, like, it's the commonalities between Brady and Warner because it's been lost now in time because Tom Brady was so great.
Yeah.
Drew Bledsoe was a really good quarterback.
A super good quarterback.
Before he got hurt.
It was a damn oak tree. Yeah.
It has been totally forgotten. Trent Green was a great quarterback.
That's what got him. It got George. And it's funny, like, no one knows this. I was shocked. And I keep saying this. And Isaac will back me up, and Kurt backed me up. That offense, the greatest show on turf, the one that won the Super Bowl in 99, would have been even better. We would have scored more if Trent Green was the quarterback. We were playing with half the playbook because Kurt was the backup. Right. So people missed that about Trent. I'm glad he got his run in Kansas City. The only time I was ever mad at Trent was when he was running. He liked to scramble, and he would take all of the line to gain that he could before he started to slide, and he got knocked cold. It was his fault. You ran into the guy, but the defender got fined.
Some quarterbacks are just not good at sliding.
Hey, bro, if you don't want me to hit you, start that slide a yard earlier.
Like, I remember Jared Goff's first season with the Rams.
Yes.
I remember watching him going, like, has he ever run before? And
No.
by the way, I
Looked
did
like
not
a
mean
baby giraffe,
I
right?
did not mean run like as a quarterback. I mean, like, has he ever done the act of running in his life? I'd never seen anybody look more uncomfortable just
A deer's
running.
first steps.
I was like,
right?
what are you doing?
Yes, it did not look natural.
No,
not at all, not at all. But just weird stuff. I mean, I was going to tell you something else, but just that day changed everything. It was the worst moment. I remember them. They had to walk Rodney Harrison out of the dome by police escort.
Yeah,
like they had to literally get him out of there. Like the entire city wanted to come after him. It was so and then it was so galvanizing after that. We decided that was not going to kill us, and we were going to rally around Kurt Warner and play good football, and we did. Just all of that from one day, and it was today. Is that 30 years or 25 years ago? 25 years ago.
26 years ago.
26 years ago.
It was in 1999.
Seems like yesterday. I can remember everything, the sights, the smells, everything else. Just so wild. You were here for that, right? You weren't there for that.
No, I was living here. I was living in L.A.
Crazy.
when that happened.
Crazy. Unreal. Yep. Unreal. And I say this, and not in jest. This is all in reality. I would take my team, that team, versus anybody's Super Bowl team of all time. Well, name them.
I mean, in every list that comes up, the greatest show on turf is like top 5
name
for sure.
Name them. You guys were great.
I mean, maybe that the Patriots team here or there.
Would have loved to play that. You know, the team that we wanted to match up with, we didn't get it because I think it was the Miracle or something happened. We wanted to play Baltimore, that 2000 defense, that the Ray Lewis, Ed Reed defense versus our offense. I'm sure we could have stopped them on the other side. Can they stop Kurt Warner and the boys? I would have loved to have seen that matchup. Even the 85 Bears, I'm not afraid of.
The thing that was, for me, like I was living in L.A. at the time, but I grew up in St. Louis, and I grew up a diehard fan of the now Arizona Cardinals. Like,
yeah.
I was a big fan of the St. Louis football Cardinals. Broke my heart when they moved. But when Trent Green got hurt, I know from people living in St. Louis, like friends, family, and my opinion just from a distance, it felt just like another, you will never win NFL games in St. Louis. St. Louis is just a cursed NFL city. That's what it felt like.
All that came
that
in. Yes, that's what Isaac Bruce was saying. We had people, have you heard this before, burning sage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Jackson
to
used
cleanse.
to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd never heard of it till that year in St. Louis when because they thought we were snake bit.
Dude, I'm telling you, growing up watching those Cardinals, and again, I was a super fan, it was a miserable experience.
Crazy.
They were always bad, poorly run,
Yes.
and even though the Rams were obviously a different franchise, it just felt like another instance of St. Louis NFL, for whatever reason, doesn't work.
I don't believe in that stuff, but the first time I'm like, I think it may be real because I cannot believe that there he is. The guy that we were our rallying cry, we were so happy. It was fun to come to work. Finally, we had a quarterback, and there he is, writhing in pain, grabbing his knee in preseason.
Brutal.
Like, why? Did not get it. So, yes, coming up next, Isaac Bruce will tell the same story. But first, soccer fans, join ESPN LA on Sunday, August 31st at Northgate's Mercado Gonzales. How come you don't get the
Gonzales Market?
Gonzales Market. Say it again.
Gonzales Market.
Mercado.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell me I did a great job. You
did
told
great.
him he did a great job.
You did great.
Tell me I did a great job.
You did great.
See, let's keep it fair.
Validation.
Thank you. Northgate's Mercado Gonzales Market in Costa Mesa for the ultimate. Excuse me?
See.
See.
Will you guys stop? Okay, for the for the ultimate watch party as LAFC takes on San Diego FC. Are they good? San Diego FC?
It's a new franchise, so we'll see.
Same hate, LA for San Diego?
Oh, yeah.
Same hate? Okay. Takes on San Diego FC, presented by San Antonio Cardinal Wine. Kickoff is at 7:45, so arrive early for food, drinks, and prizes, and the perfect game day wine. Don't miss it. Sunday, August 31st at Mercado Gonzalez.
Good job.
Thank you. And the Far Side is sponsored by Highlands Leg Cramps and Highlands Leg Cramp PMs. Get reliable leg cramps released fast. Isaac Bruce, the greats, the Hall of Famer, coming up next. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, what's up, LA? It's producer Laura.
And producer D.
LA, get ready to chop it up in the afternoons. The new DeMarco and Travis afternoon show is here.
Weekdays from 3 to 6, starting September 2nd. It's sports, it's life, it's LA, all with that barbershop talk feel.
Real conversations, real laughs, and a community vibe that feels like home. Don't miss the debut of the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show.
Starting September 2nd, only on ESPN LA.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
You know I love the outdoors and adventures. Hey, it's Travis calling all adventurers. Page, Arizona is your ultimate outdoor playground. Snap that iconic shot at Horseshoe Bend. Then hike the stunning 11-mile rim trail. Explore one of 13 breathtaking slot canyons, including world-famous Antelope Canyon. Craving water fun? Cruise Lake Powell by kayak, jet ski, or houseboat, or float the Colorado River to Lee's Ferry. Make Page your base camp for day trips to Grand Canyon, Zion, and the Wave. Start planning your trip today at visitpageaz.com.
What's going on? Happy Thursday. It's Morales, and guess what? A little history this afternoon at 3 p.m. The final Sedano and Cap afternoon show. And we're going to be live at Hollywood Park Casino for the ultimate fantasy football draft party today, 3 p.m. HBC Park Party and Play. Cappy's going to be there. Beto Duran, producer Lindsay Baseball, Funchy Lover, Michael Funches, and me, Chris Morales. Maybe even a Greg Bergman appearance as we throw down the ultimate fantasy football draft party and say goodbye to afternoon drive because tomorrow we got a best of the final Sedano and Cap afternoon show.
We may have to figure out who's going to be in these studios or not come September 2nd.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
Wow. Happens today at 3 at Hollywood Park Casino. Come on out, press the flesh with us, and have a party, party.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha!
We'll see you at 3 p.m. today on ESPN LA.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace. If you're injured in an accident, you got to call my guy Jacob. Why? Because his team will hold your hand throughout the entire process. He's been handling cases since the 90s. The consultation is free. He'll deal with the insurance company on your behalf, and you only pay Jacob if he wins. He's got the reputation and the clout to get you the compensation you deserve. Call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB, or visit calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show is coming Tuesday, September 2nd at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
It's Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Guys, what the heck is going on out here?
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
Feeling awesome. Yes. What's up?
Back to the guys.
And Green went down hard and is not getting up. And that looks bad.
You do not want, writhing in pain, you do not want to see this. If you're the Rams, if you're anybody for that matter. Rams coaches, and I think the Rams offensive line took a little offended by the hit on Green. New offense, new quarterback. Nobody's trying to hurt anybody out there either.
Kurt Warner's numbers in the preseason. And this place has gotten very quiet. Warner straight back to pass on first down. Throws over the middle. The ball is caught by Torrey Holt. I don't believe they're going to call that a fumble. If there is, it was pretty late, but they are. I don't know about that one.
I don't remember that. Kurt's first pass was a fumble by Torrey?
Yeah, so Torrey catches it. Actually, it's a really great pass. like a 20-yard pickup, catches the ball. He goes down without being touched.
Wow.
Comes up and then gets a fumble.
Oh, my God.
Auspicious start.
It was quiet, but did you hear the people shouting? I mean, there was obscenities. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that dude that does those Nordic leaps. He jumps off like ice cliffs with an axe in his hand.
No.
These big old Game of Thrones leaps, like guys jumping into frozen water. I was in the stands for this game because I was hurting out. They walked him right under me. I almost dove on top of Rodney Harrison. I was so mad. Really, so mad when they were walking him out.
There are not a lot of athletes who are genuinely comfortable with being the villain, wearing the black hat. Rodney Harrison was one of those athletes who was genuinely comfortable.
He really had to go around and apologize. It took him years. Like, he had to say, I'm sorry because of that.
And in a preseason game, too, which is, again, another reason why not to have a preseason, not to play your guys in preseason.
Wait until you hear from Isaac. He's going to call in very soon. There's another part of this that I completely missed. I had no idea because I'm not on offense. And like I said, I wasn't even in the game. I was in the stands for this, watching it happen. And just my heart come out of my body. But
has Rodney ever apologized directly to you?
Yes, because like the first 2 times I saw him after this was years later. And we like made up in the middle of the field. He gave me a big dap. I'm sorry, playing hard, no big deal. But hey, look at what it did. Look at what came because of it. So you kind of have to let it go.
Is there anyone you can't forgive for something done on the field?
Yeah, the whole thing, America's team, I told you, that's like the anthology of my entire pro career. So there are guys that I remember vividly, their faces, everything about them, played them a bunch of times, and then it all comes back. There's a dude named Kevin Gogan. Remember him?
I remember the name. I don't remember him.
He was the NFL's dirtiest player. Remember when they used to celebrate that?
So he was like that era's Romanowski.
Yes, he won it before Romanowski.
So he was pre-Romanowski.
He was pre-Romanowski, and
was he a Patriot?
Nope, he was a Raider. He was a Raider, and he was a Cowboy. And the problem was he was actually a Husky before me, and he was number 75 up there. And when he found out that I was taking 75, he made number 1 in my locker on the way out. Yeah, right. So he had it out for me before he even met me. So anyway, he was the dirtiest guy in the NFL. About 6'7", 340 pounds, couldn't move.
I just looked him up. Yeah. 6'7", 317 was how he was listed.
Huge, just a mountain of a man. Decent technique, but when he got tired because he was in poor condition, he would just start doing dirty stuff and trying to hurt you.
Yeah, he was part of the 94 Super Bowl team with the Raiders.
Yeah. Or Raider fans know who it is. Like, he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and they had him biting an ankle.
Or no, excuse me. He was part of the 93 Cowboys Super Bowl team.
That one.
And then the 92 Cowboys. He was a Pro Bowler with the Raiders.
Gogan.
This is interesting. I'm sorry, because I read this article today from Yahoo about things that have changed drastically in football over the past 25 years. Like, football's changed so much, and one of them happens to be like player safety and aggression. And you're talking about all these guys that, in preseason are going for guys' knees, that are, their practices, like when I'm watching these Cowboys practices, they're going full out. Jimmy Johnson is getting mad at them if they're not going full out. Do you think it's changed for the better in that aspect of like player safety and aggression on the field?
Oh, I do, because of this. I mean, this is normal football behavior. I'm not even sure what preseason game this was anymore. It's been so long. But you played your starters. Like Marshall and Isaac and Trent were in the game. And I'm sure it wasn't the first. Might have been the second. But this begat Sean McVay not playing anybody. Well, this is the pitfall of playing your guys in preseason.
I think the injuries begat that, and also, too, the salaries. Like, the salaries have gone up so much since when you guys were playing to where we are now. You start looking at this from a pure investment standpoint.
Because the ownership wants to protect their quote-unquote investment in the players.
Absolutely. Like, that is a big – like, not that guys were not making a good salary before, and it's all relative.
Right.
But things have skyrocketed since then.
Oh, no doubt.
So now from a financial standpoint, you're just like, it doesn't make sense.
It's weird. I never thought you'd be able to practice tackling or get ready for live go on Sundays without doing it on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Dead wrong. Isaac's on the line. Isaac, what's happening, man?
Hey, DeMarco. What's up, baby?
Good. Did you know today was the Trent Green anniversary day? Does that cross your mind?
Today's the 28th. No, sir, I didn't. But I should have known because it's August, right?
Right.
But it didn't cross my mind. It's hot enough outside that it should have crossed my mind.
It was hot back then. So I was telling people, from your perspective, when Trent goes down, Rodney hits Trent below the belt. We all know the story.
Right.
If Trent Green doesn't go down, the greatest show on turf still happens, and it might even be better.
Ooh.
But just your reaction in the moment when you're pounding on the turf. AK, my co-host today, say hi.
Hey, what's up, Isaac?
He's from St. Louis.
What's up, AK? Okay.
He brought up a word I haven't thought of in years. Snake bit. Remember when we used to think we were a snake bit team?
Man, you think I don't when I do, especially from long flights coming back from Seattle and San Fran, you know, with them slapping us around. Of course I thought we were snake bitten, man. Of course.
So when he goes down and you're out there banging on the turf, what was going through your head?
Yeah. So D4, check it out now. So, and like I told you, man, I was just talking about this whole play, this whole scenario not very long ago. But you got to go back to that last preseason game. I think we played as starters, right?
Yes.
I mean, we go in. I think I played a series and I come out. Now, you know, I'm kind of like looking for my hot dog and looking for my Gatorade on the sideline just because, you know, it's the best seat in the house during preseason to be standing on the sideline watching guys trying to make the team. But just so happened, Trent's still in the game. Marshall is still in the game. So 2 plays before Trent goes down, let me tell you what happens. Rodney Harrison is on the edge. He comes on the edge, and he's blitzing from the edge. So Marshall picks him up. Now, he's walking Marshall back into Trent. And he kind of hits Trent as Trent releases the football a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa, man. You know, he nearly got Trent to myself. I said that to myself. And then I start thinking, you know, what are they still doing in the game? You know? So my hot dog gets there. You know, I got my hot dog in my hand, and the very next play, it was the exact same play. It's like we ran the same play 2 times in a row. Harrison comes off the edge. Marshall picks him up, and Marshall kind of like lost him a little bit. And as he's falling down, he falls right into Trent's left knee, bro. His plant leg. And I've seen it all happen. We've seen it 100 times on the playing field where knees buckle, ankles buckle, elbows come out of place and stuff like that. And I knew immediately what was going on, you know. So I throw my hot dog down, and I'm like looking for somebody to say, you know, I'm looking for Vermeil or Mike Mark to say, yo, what he's still doing on the field, you know?
Right.
We haven't had a stable quarterback since Chris Miller.
That was your guy.
Chris Miller was our first quarterback.
Yep.
And, you know, he gave us, you know, he was there 3 years. If he was there 3 years, he gave us 1 year worth of stable quarterbacking.
Right.
While we were playing together. So, and then Trent comes along, and, man, the ball never hit the ground during, you know, summer practice, you know, spring practice. It never touched the ground. So I was super excited. Trent had been in the offense. He knew Mike Martz. Mike Martz knew him. And the biggest thing about it, DeMarco, is this. He could ad-lib.
Yes. He was a football player.
That's the thing.
He could get in. Yes, that's what we missed.
Isaac, that's the thing. We're talking with Rams legend, Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer, Isaac Bruce. Like, it gets lost in time because the story of Kurt Warner is so legitimately inspirational. It's like something Hollywood, except you would think it's too cheesy if it wasn't real. Yeah. Trent Green was a really good quarterback. The idea of him going down, this wasn't just like somebody starting quarterback. This was a high-end starting quarterback going down.
Very high-end, hometown kid from St. Louis.
Yeah.
You know, he got the contract, and he got the keys to the Ferrari. Like I say, he knew the offense, you know, from a standpoint where, you know, he could see a front, he could see a coverage, but at the same time, he can look over to me, look over to Toy, and just wink at us, and we know what the play was. You know, scrap whatever it was, we're going to the house. He could do that. So, you know, when I hear people talk about the greatness of Kurt Warner, which they should, you often have to think about what that offense would have looked like with Trent at the helm at that time. I mean, I always say you got to add 1,500 yards to whatever Kurt's total was. I mean, let's just do it, because I think Trent was that special of a quarterback.
Trent had a set of these. To get a set of these, you got to have a set of these. Yes, sir. We had a special teams coach that came from the Washington Redskins, and he had 2 Super Bowl rings. To get a set of these, you got to have a set of these. Every single day. Yeah, he was that dude. I did. Okay, so I felt bad. I was mad for us. I was mad at Rodney. And did Rodney ever, talk to you about this? I'm sure you've seen him, after it happened. How long did it take for you to forgive him?
Well, you know what? After that play, the Chargers were smart enough to not put Rodney back in the game, because he had a target on his chest and on his back, on his knees, whatever. And you know what? I have seen Rodney in passing, but that topic never came up. I have thought about it, but it just has never come up. It'll probably come up, man. Maybe he hears this and, we have a conversation one day, and I just love to hear his thoughts. Because,
hey, we got 2 chairs right here. Do it here, please. That would be great. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. But
that'd be great.
But I would say this. I mean, look, you made the Hall of Fame. You are immortal. That was so great. And I don't know if you know this about Isaac Bruce and his Hall of Fame speech. Chris Berman, the thief that he is, mistakenly took Isaac's iPad. So his entire speech had left with Berman. So what you heard
was just off the top of his head?
It was I don't want to say the real Isaac, but it was the Isaac that we know. He let the world see what Isaac.
So was it essentially Isaac? We're talking with Isaac Bruce, Rams legend, Super Bowl champ, the Hall of Famer. Yeah. Was this like a version of the Hall of Fame speech that you had practiced but had to improvise a little bit as well?
Well, you know what, in the football world, and, I'll throw basketball in there with us, we have this term that we call game tempo, okay? So there are times when, if we're at practice and, we're just trying to get through practice, we can brother-in-law, but something may click. It could be the smallest thing that can get you game tempo. For me, that moment in Canton, it was Berman taking my iPad. So I was like, listen, this is my only opportunity to give a speech. So here it comes right from my heart.
Yes,
and
sir.
What you heard was just like DeMarco said, man. That was me. That was me on Sunday or Monday night. That was me.
Whatever you thought about him, this is the real guy. Who's the guy? What was the guy's name from Colorado? The receiver? The one that went ahead of you.
You got Charles Johnson.
Charles Johnson. That was the guy. Yes, sir.
Charles Johnson. Yeah.
Oh, my God. That was so much fun.
We never forget, man. We never forget.
Never. He was drafted ahead of Isaac. And that's something else. Yeah. I talked to G-Man, Wayne Gandy, the other day.
Yes, sir.
When I heard that the University of Auburn is trying to go back and claim all these national championships, that he's the first guy I called. Really? You trying to retroactively go back and get national championships? But I remember when he was the first pick, you went in the second round. It was Brad Otis, all these guys, just being the undrafted dude. And I knew I would be amongst you guys forever. I knew this from day one. When you guys took the rookie picture without me, oh, my God, it hurt so bad.
I never knew that. I never knew that.
You know the one I'm talking about, too. Oh, my God, it hurt me so much. I'm like, oh. I am one of you.
I was still trying to fill out everybody, man. And, I was just following the group. You know what I mean? I see that picture. When I see the picture, I'm always like, where's DeMarco, man?
No, see? I still had tape on my helmet, Isaac.
Let me ask you this then, Isaac. In all honesty, and you can be totally candid because it worked out well for everybody, including DeMarco. First impressions of undrafted, attempted NFL rookie DeMarco Farr in terms of talent, in terms of what you thought he brought to the table. Be honest.
Okay, just from a physical standpoint, he was my type of defensive end because I went to a quote unquote basketball school at Memphis State, right? So we probably have a lesser tier of athletes from a football standpoint. Now, when I got to the Rams, I mean, these dudes were big. The defensive linemen were huge, right? So the offensive linemen, they were huge. So when I met DeMarco, we're probably sitting at UCI, and we're in a little small locker room. And, you know, he's kind of talkative. I'm listening to him. But when he got on the field, that's really when he started to stand out. And then I started to notice him because he was battling with one Mark Boutte at the time for the final roster spot as far as the defensive line was concerned. So I remember his last preseason game as a rookie, you know, when his coach told him, listen, it's either going to be you, DeMarco, or you, Boutte. And Mr. DeMarco Farr won that battle like the wrestler he is.
I'm so glad you told that one and not the one where Jackie folded me up like a lawn chair.
Oh, no.
Well, that was more Jackie's impression of you.
You're my friend.
Oh, my God. He dumped me in a heap, and when I stood up, the first person I saw was Isaac smiling. This is the big leagues now, man. Isaac, man, it's so great to catch up with you. It really is.
Yes, sir.
It's good to see you, and you're going to be out to SoFi this year. I got a feeling, man, this might be one of those special years. Now that you got number 9 back under center.
Oh, absolutely, man. It's starting to look like it. You know, it starts with Coach McVay. You know, his ability to put guys in the right place and make plays. You know, we got the addition of the wide receiver.
Davante Adams,
to the group. Davante Adams, man. So I think he's definitely going to help. And, you know, the defense is young, but the defense made plays last year. So another year of that defensive front, you got 55 and you got your guy Verse coming off the edge. I think we make some noise this year, DeMarco. I won't be surprised.
Just one thing about Davante Adams and people of your ilk. When you put your gaze upon him, do you see the ingredients that would make him immortal?
I think I do. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's a multiple-time All-Pro. You know, not just a Pro Bowler, but a guy who's made a lot of noise. He had the consistency of having a stable quarterback position, you know, for a lot of years in Green Bay. And the numbers are looking good. He's still going on, and he's an integral part of what the Rams will be doing this year from an offensive standpoint. He's not going to be a third guy. He's not going to be standing on the sideline, you know, trying to, you know, look forward to retirement. I think he's going to be an integral piece of what we do offensively this year.
I hope so. And like I said, Jared Verse, either way, is going to eat. That is a monster. You can't talk that much on the football field and be that young. But I guess you can. I guess you can if you can back it up. I guess you can talk like that.
You got that right.
You got
that
Isaac.
right.
Thank you, man. Good to catch up with you.
No problem, man. Love you guys.
Love you too, man. My man, Isaac. I want to remind you, first of all, I love that dude. Our lockers were right next to each other for 7 years. So we would dream, talk, desire, bleed just to have a chance at winning.
You can hear it in the way he talks about you.
Just to have a chance at winning. And we knew once we got that dude, this is our shot, and we weren't going to let it go. And a new season of USC football kicks off on ESPN LA. Coverage from the Coliseum starts at 2:30 Saturday. USC football versus Missouri State. That should be annihilation, right?
One hopes.
By 45 points at least. Presented by Afila, a new EV brand from Sony Honda Mobility. The future of mobility is here. USC puts the ball in Notre Dame's court now. Deion Sanders thinks that college football players should get bonuses for making the postseason? Really?
It's a lot of postseason.
Why not give them gold chains, too?
A lot of postseason.
Next on Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
History will be made at BMO Stadium Sunday night as LAFC hosts first-place San Diego FC for the very first time. And it's the highly anticipated home debut of global superstar, Son Heung-min.
Oh, what a goal! Son Heung-min!
Don't miss this historic night from BMO Stadium. Coverage begins Sunday at 7 p.m.
And the sun shines again for LAFC!
710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. Hey, soccer fans! San Antonio Cardinale Wine is hooking up fans with 2 tickets, air and hotel, to the biggest match in USA this season. Don't wait. Head to soccerdreamticket.com and enter now. You can score your way from San Antonio Cardinale Wine.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Pick me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Waba Grill. keeping it real every day for you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. In the market for new flooring? Why pay more at big box stores? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or visit them online at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
What's going on? Happy Thursday. It's Morales. And guess what? A little history this afternoon at 3 p.m. The final Sedano and Cap afternoon show. And we're going to be live at Hollywood Park Casino for the ultimate fantasy football draft party today, 3 p.m. HPC Park Party and Play. Cappy's going to be there. Beto Duran, producer Lindsay Baseball, Funchy Lover, Michael Funches, and me, Chris Morales. Maybe even a Greg Bergman appearance as we throw down the ultimate fantasy football draft party and say goodbye to Afternoon Drive because tomorrow we got a best of the final Sedano and Cap afternoon show.
We may have to figure out who's going to be in these studios or not come September 2nd.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
Wow. Happens today at 3 at Hollywood Park Casino. Come on out, press the flesh with us, and have a party, party.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha!
We'll see you at 3 p.m. today on ESPN LA.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Preseason football is underway and college football is here too, so don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. We're talking about all the biggest names: Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. Prize Picks also invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off? Which guys aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code TRAV to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code TRAV to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos. Fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
If I came in a tank top and dolphin shorts, you'd be like, what's up, dude? What's going on over there?
The Travis and DeMarco show rolls on.
I couldn't have been scareder. Is that a word?
More scared?
More scared.
Back to the guys.
Even Babylon,
Hey, try this on for size. I love college football. I assume you love college football. I know you like college football. Right?
College football corner.
Love college football. What is college football to you guys? What does it represent?
Football.
It represents the fall for me, the start of something new. I love spending time with my family.
And pure joy
tailgating.
as an athlete. Just fun.
No,
just boola.
I was never an athlete in football. So.
I also, too. I never bought into the idea of, these are the amateurs. They're just playing for the love of, no. A lot of them were looking for their career. For a future career. A lot of them were getting benefits under the table. By the way, I have no objection to any of it. I don't care. I'm just saying the idea of, the amateur aspect of it all, just the love of the game, that to me was something that it was always thrust upon these players by folks more powerful for them in order to justify not paying.
Not to get too deep, but it is still the love. You still are an amateur, and you're a kid, basically.
Sure, but you can love something that you're paid to do.
Right. And you're representing, these small towns, basically, in a lot of places. For where I grew up, it's in the South. It's these small towns. Most places don't have a professional league. You're the most fervent fan base is for these colleges.
UVA is a big deal where you are from.
And basketball. but
just as
a connection to the school
thing.
Right. A connection to the school, the age of the athletes, all of that, everything that we talked about in totality. And it needs to be protected, especially now. I think it's under siege by money, and it's affecting the game. Try this on for size. You brought this up yesterday about a commissioner over the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
How does Nick Saban sound as commissioner of college football?
Can't say he doesn't know what he's talking about.
If you're going to bring someone in to do this, you could likely do worse than Nick Saban.
Yes, I think I trust his motives. I think he understands both worlds. Like, you couldn't do what you've done in Alabama, what he did in Alabama, without money changing hands somewhere. But there is a way to do it.
Well, I was going to say, do I think Nick Saban's programs were clean? No. Like clean the way you would define no violations, no anything.
As in not Urban Meyer-like. Right.
What he was very good, though, at, Nick Saban, was whatever dirtiness was happening, it did not spill over into the public eye and create problems.
Right.
He was very good at doing dirty in a way that did not become problematic.
I really think he cares about his players, like deeply cares about his players. I think some coaches care about winning and care about raising their own Q rating. I think he really does care about the athlete.
He also knows the relationships with the towns, the relationship with the conferences, and the relationship to the media. So he is someone who has all four of those things that he has weight with.
Great example. I love his commercials too, when he's like telling people how to do the Airbnb.
Well, okay,
so funny.
What makes you think? Because generally speaking, I feel like you have to be a certain amount of a-hole in order to succeed in that world.
Or resolute in your what you're standing on.
One of the issues Clay Helton had, I think, with SC, and he's done, I think, relatively better since then. Like, SC is a big job for anybody. Clay Helton is maybe the nicest coach I've ever been around. Like, I think he is somebody.
Like a nice guy?
Like a truly, genuinely nice, good person.
Yeah.
And, when I covered SC, I did pregame for a season during
Coaches can't be nice.
I did pregame for a season during the Clay Helton years. And getting to know him a bit, one of the things I concluded was I think he actually may care about his players too much for his own good in this industry. A, what makes you think Nick Saban actually really does care about these players? And B, if so, how does he manage to pull it off?
Well, look, Nick Saban, you've seen it. You've seen the act on TV where he's up by 40 points and his players are getting in fights because they messed up a snap. The game is over. You won, and they're mad because they didn't achieve perfection. Or watching him go at a coach that screws something up in the last minute of a game where he's up by 55. The guy's dogged. Remember the whole thing about the one honey bun a day?
Mm-hmm.
Like he wore the same clothes, ate the same honey bun on the same day. Like, that's legit.
Avoiding decision fatigue.
Yeah, every single day. So, like I said, a guy that stands on his principles and is unwavering, that could come off as either great or a jerk, depending on who you are as an athlete. The reason I brought that up is because Deion Sanders, that's what we teased. Deion Sanders has a pretty interesting idea about should college football players get paid extra, a bonus for making the playoffs.
We should talk about that at 10:45.
Okay, we got caught up in the Saban thing, but I want to get back to this Deion Sanders stuff. All right, so look, we have Factor Cap coming up next. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Hey, those leg cramps, I'm fighting them off. Like, even back in the day with Isaac, and he's talking about that heat. Oh, my God, Macomb, Illinois, in August. Heat index of 120. They're telling people on TV to bring in your plants, your cats, your dogs, and I'm going outside putting on a helmet. Instant dehydration, cramps were assured. I wish I would have had Highlands leg cramps on me back in the day. I would have had them on me at all times. Fast forward to right now, I am retired now, but cramps can still be an issue. They still sneak up on me. Sometimes on those morning walks, playing with my daughter, or like being a flag football coach. But now I've got something that actually works and works fast. Highlands leg cramps tablets, they dissolve quickly under my tongue. They do not upset my stomach. So if I feel a cramp coming on while we're at practice, I just take a tablet, and really, no water needed, no waiting around. Cramps just go away. Cramps don't care if you're a pro athlete, a weekend warrior, a flag football coach, or just yelling at your TV from the couch. We all get them, so do something about them. Don't wait around like I did. Get ahead of the problem. Grab Highlands leg cramps right now. They're available at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. You will thank me later.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen from NFL Network. The Rich Eisen Show is coming to 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Tuesday, September 2nd from 9 a.m. to noon, right after the all-new Sedano and Cap morning show.
The Rich Eisen Show, broadcasting live from Los Angeles every weekday. And now coming right here to ESPN LA.
LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN, the new home of The Rich Eisen Show in the Southland.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
This fall,
the police coming straight from the underground.
Ice Cube is bringing truth to power.
Am I then a natural born killer? You know how we do.
Featuring 4 decades of attitude, a musical production like he's never done before. September 28th, Crypto.com Arena. Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour. 4 decades of attitude.
Straight out of Compton, it's a crazy brother named Ice Cube.
On sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Come celebrate Roger Dunn Golf Shop's 60th anniversary this Labor Day weekend. Enjoy 25% off all Green Tag closeout apparel, 20% off Skechers and Puma golf shoes, and get a 50% bonus trade-in towards any new club. Don't miss out on these deals and more at Roger Dunn Golf Shop's 60th anniversary Labor Day sale the 28th through September 1st. Trusted by golfers since 1965 and home to the legendary 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Roger Dunn Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats live from the stands, and we've got a special update. Sources confirm fans using the Vivid Seats app are racking up rewards with every ticket and doing it fast. With an unbeatable lineup of seats and perks that go the distance, why use any other app for game day? Don't fumble this season. Grab your tickets through Vivid Seats, download their app, earn rewards, and as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, get $20 off your first $200 in-app purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Oha.
Ahoy, hoy.
Ni hawa.
All right. So today is my mom's birthday. So
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Mrs. Hebo.
She is a lovely person, a wonderful mom, and I'm so happy that
Shout out to the moms.
Celebrate you. So my Factor Caps are going to be my mom related for some of them. So my mom has 4 siblings. So she grew up in a large family, and she has 1 sister, the rest are brothers, and 2 older brothers specifically. Used to torment her because older brothers, younger sister, it's what siblings do. And, you know, your kids are joking around, and you might have, you know, I'm saying bully in air quotes, but like it's sibling stuff.
Yeah.
But there's one joke they used to do to her that she still holds to this day in her 60s. That she's like, I don't like that my brothers did that. So there is a joke your siblings did that kind of still bugs you to this day. Yeah. Andy, Patrick Cap.
As the older sibling, this would be less applicable because usually it would be the older one doing it to the younger, not the other way around. So for me, it's Cap. Like, it was harder for Brian to tease me. Because I was older.
Because you're great? Because your greatness?
I mean, the greatness obviously helps my case. But I'm just saying that dynamic makes it even harder for Brian. I'm both greater and the older one.
Okay, got it.
So,
DeMarco?
My oldest brother, Mario, would say this, and it's so stupid. He would sing the name Elmer Fudd to me when I was a kid. Elmer Fudd. And it used to drive me crazy.
What's the backstory on that?
I have no idea. It just, the way he would, Elmer Fudd. He'd keep doing it. So every now and then, like when we're doing something, playing golf, racquetball, whatever, he'll start doing Elmer Fudd, and it just bothers me to no end.
I mean, to be fair, that is annoying as bleep.
Right. Elmer Fudd.
That is irritating.
Yes. Fact. Definitely fact.
All right. So my middle name is Caroline, after my mom's name, Caroline, as well. But I am the second born of this family. Claire, my older sister, does not have any relation to either of my parents. So it's funny to me that I got a namesake and Claire didn't. Haha, Claire. I'm just saying. So if you're going to have another kid, and you're going to name it after, or if you're going to have a kid and name it after either yourself or your wife, it should be the first kid.
Oh.
DeMarco, Patrick Cap.
Okay, this is so funny. Again, with that documentary, Jerry Jones and his kids. So his firstborn is Steven. The second-born son is Jerry Jr. That's got to be weird, right?
It's like in The Office when they rename Andy after a while, like he was like 4 years old or whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. Is that not how it goes?
Generally speaking, I think, I mean, like, not to get in the weeds on this, but like in the Jewish culture, you don't name people after people living. So the junior thing is not something culturally that I've been surrounded with. But it's always been my understanding that generally speaking, the junior is the first.
Yes.
Like for example, LeBron James Bronny is his oldest of the three kids. Just as an example, I think that's generally how it works. I wonder if in the case of someone like Jerry Jones, maybe there was either a little bit of trepidation about naming your child after you and then you got over it by the second one, or in the case of Jerry Jones, given how much he loves the spotlight, maybe it took a while before he'd want anyone else to actually have his name.
Could be. Yeah, he became rich, and then you can have my name.
Just the idea of anybody sharing Jerry's spotlight even slightly that much by sharing his name would bother Jerry Jones.
Are you into the royal family at all?
Yeah, sure, a little bit.
Who's named after Dad?
So they're typically not named after their parents. They're a lot of times named after other kings.
Is it
they change their name? Or they can change their name when they are made the king, if they want to. So, like, for Elizabeth was one of the first ones in a while that she didn't change her name. She was born Elizabeth, and then she stayed Elizabeth. Before that, a lot of times you would change your name when you became king.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like the Pope. So, like the Pope now,
choose your own name.
Pope Leo, he changed his name from what his name was before it became the Pope.
You'd think it'd be the firstborn, but who knows?
I think generally it is the firstborn because then it really does seem like there's been no favoritism.
Right.
Yeah.
They just got the junior or the third or the whatever because they were the first.
I knew a dude that named his first daughter, Kennetha. His name is Kenneth.
Wow.
You might need to let that go. Just saying.
All right. So one of my favorite qualities with my mom is that she's a wonderful friend. She has long-lasting, very rich friendships in her life that she's kept up with throughout the years. So my statement is, you have a lot of friends from high school that you stay in touch with. Andy, Patrick Cap.
Ooh.
Not a lot. I guess it would be Cap, not a lot. I still have a few very good friends from high school. I've tended to stay more in touch with my friends from college than from high school.
Okay.
In part because more of them live out here, and in part because as we've gotten older, I think I've just had more in common. But I've got a handful of friends from high school, and it really may be just like a literal handful in terms of count. There's my best friend from high school that we're still in touch, and my high school band, the Forks.
The Forks.
The Forks.
I like it.
No spoons?
Spoons.
Yes.
Get the hell out of here, Emily. They were nothing. But the Forks, we still have a text chain.
No way.
The Forks text chain. So those are the main people. And then there's like a couple other that I talk to every now and then. Not this style at all, Jorge. Despite what LZ and Keyshawn decided on their own, this is not our style. We're kind of like the Grateful Dead meet the Stones meet the Replacements.
Oh.
That's what we were trying to be.
Nice. Okay, what came out? That's what you're trying to be. What? That's what came out?
No, what came out was a lot of alcohol-fueled we're doing our best.
Oh, my God. Sounds better.
DeMarco, you keep up. You have a lot of friends that you keep up with from high school.
Okay, it depends on how you call keeping in touch, because I still have Facebook, and they're all there.
I'm not counting that.
You're not counting that?
No.
Okay,
No.
then...
Have you seen them in person in the last 5 years?
Okay, then Cap, no. I have not kept up with my high school friends. But I did this on Facebook. There were people that you were kind of casual with, that you kind of knew, and then you friend them on Facebook.
Yes.
And in a week, you realize why you kept them off in the first place.
When Facebook first exploded and everybody was friending everyone, there will be now birthdays that come up. I'm like, who the hell is
Who
this?
are you? Right.
But we've apparently been friends for like a dozen
Because
years.
also, it's like when you get older, they change. If they're women, they change their last name because they get married. And they're like, wait, who the heck is like Carly? Whatever.
One of my actual one of my good friends from high school that I still keep up with, one of the Forks, his wife on Facebook, who I really like. She's a great person.
Yeah.
She changed her name on Facebook to essentially like a nickname.
Okay.
And it was her birthday. And I'm like, who the hell is this? I have
No
idea.
Wow.
And then I looked at the mutuals. And I'm still like, who is this? And then I finally clicked on the photo. I'm like, oh.
Narrowed it
That's
down.
who it is.
Yes.
This has been Factor Cap, and happy birthday, Mom. I love you.
Yay.
But you have many choices in the legal team, but family, like my mom, always comes first. Call 213-747-2000. Well, Office of Joseph S. Normand. Call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000, or visit normandlegal.com.
You like movies. Everybody does.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen Gross Point Blank, right?
Oh, yeah, many times.
Remember that part where he goes back to the reunion and there's that guy that has beef with him?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, dude, there's no beef. I don't even know you. That happens a lot. Like, I meet people we went to high school and they want to beat me up for no reason. I
don't
whatever
even think
happened.
about you.
Right. I don't even know you. Yeah.
It is a very common thing. Like I know like there are psychologists and psychiatrists who feel like in some ways you never get past that period. Like
Really?
that period shapes you in ways that you may not even be conscious of. But like that period of adolescence in high school, because high school is such like a seminal moment in all of our lives, like as milestone, that there are pieces of that you never get rid of.
Bro, I was off to Seattle. Peace out. Big hugs. Gone. See y'all on TV. Yes. All right, so coming up next, Deion Sanders has been in the news, and this is a new standard of famous for me. When we are obsessing about your kids and you're still coaching, you're still relevant in that same sport. But Deion Sanders has an interesting idea about paying college athletes more money. We'll talk about that next. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, what's up, LA? It's producer Laura.
And producer D.
LA, get ready to chop it up in the afternoons. The new DeMarco and Travis afternoon show is here.
Weekdays from 3 to 6, starting September 2nd. It's sports, it's life, it's LA, all with that barbershop talk feel.
Real conversations, real laughs, and a community vibe that feels like home. Don't miss the debut of the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show.
Starting September 2nd, only on ESPN LA.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace. If you've been in an accident, people will give you all kinds of advice, like just take the first offer. You don't need a lawyer. But Jacob and Ronnie's got one simple message for you. Do it for you. It's on his new billboard over L.A. This isn't about anybody else's opinion. It's about your recovery, your medical bills, your future. Jacob and his team handle everything, from getting your car fixed to helping you find the right doctor to making sure the insurance companies take your case seriously. You deserve somebody who will fight for what's right, and Jacob does that every single time. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. Call Jacob. He's the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember, call Jacob.com. Jacob, proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC.
Accident For injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything. Unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
You are listening to Travis and DeMarco on 710.
One specific request. I don't have to pay attention, care, or try.
Yes.
More Travis Rogers, more DeMarco Farr. Right now.
This album confused me as a child. I don't know what to do with this man. Is that a man? I don't know what that is, Dad.
Look, Prince threw that out there in the
Yes.
song Controversy with Am I Black or White, Am I
Yes.
Straight or Gay?
Oh, my
He's just
God.
throwing it out there. I am screwing with all of your heads by design.
Okay, so I saw this clip, and everything's a clip on your phone. It was a stand-up comedian, and he was admonishing the crowd, and I think he's a younger comedian, and the crowd skewed younger, and the way he made it, it seemed like the people in the crowd had no idea who Prince was. Now, you cannot be 25 years old, like a young adult, and not know Prince, right?
You can be. You just shouldn't.
Really? Prince already is at 25, you don't know who Prince is?
I would like to
Or
think
was?
it wouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
But if you're somebody, let's say you're 25 and under, and you're not super into music, if you're not super into music,
right,
and Prince's, heyday as a big selling artist basically ended in like the mid 90s. He
Okay.
was still, I'm not saying he was culturally irrelevant because
Yeah.
Prince kind of had like a second or third win, like showing up in stuff like, what's the name of the Zoe Deschanel?
New Girl.
New Girl. Like he showed up there. He was doing the talk show circuit. His last tour, the one that I caught at the Forum.
Yeah.
Like that was a really, really big deal.
Okay, as a resident regularly, a relatively younger person, I am approaching 30, so that's going to be out the window soon. But I don't know. It's like I don't have a strong relationship with Prince. I'm going to, honestly, my Prince introduction was with the movie Happy Feet.
Oh.
Because they did covers of some Prince songs and Queen songs. And so I learned about Prince from the movie Happy
That's super
Feet.
cute.
That is
So,
cute.
But I have great respect, and I've gone back and
Oh.
looked. But it's just like, I wouldn't say that I have a huge
No.
knowledge.
I know it's going to happen like it happened for the Beatles. Like there's comes a time when you're not on the radio and a certain generation won't know who you are. It seemed awfully quick for Prince, or maybe because I'm such a huge fan.
Yeah. I mean, I went out of my way. I went out of my way to teach my daughter about Prince once she heard a song of his. Like, I was playing something in the car. It's a song of his called La La La, He He He. It's like
you told me that.
Yeah, it's an obscure song of his. It's on one of his B-sides album.
Yeah.
It's a song that's basically, it's like his Atomic Dog, the George Clinton song.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of dog and cat innuendo. You can figure out what I'm talking about.
course.
But the song has these dogs barking on a loop. And my daughter, when she was like 2, she loves dogs, loves puppies. She wanted to keep hearing that song over and over. She called it the puppy song.
Oh, that's cute.
And then after a while, I started playing other Prince for her.
Yeah.
And she just loved it. She still really loved it.
Just one of those moments.
Yeah.
All right. So what we talked about, Deion Sanders, the coach of Colorado, son of or dad of Shiloh and Shedeur Sanders, Hall of Fame cornerback, now turned coach. I wonder if he has a shot at Colorado after post Travis Hunter. We'll see.
We'll see.
I wonder how that
I
how that
hope
ends.
his health helps him that he's able to be.
Who
coaching all
stays long
season.
at their current jobs, Belichick or Sanders?
Ooh.
Who do you put your money on there?
In totality or starting now?
Because I think they both have the same amount of leash. If it goes bad for Deion in
Well, here's the
Colorado,
thing, though.
I think they cut bait fast.
Deion's had a head start, though, in Colorado. So are you saying who does?
Belichick's had a head start coaching.
Sure.
But North Carolina is just they're a biscuit away from being completely embarrassed by this whole show.
Yeah. And Deion could just grow bored
Yeah.
with Colorado.
If Belichick doesn't win, he could be out of there. But anyway.
You know what's interesting, though, when you were saying, like, how, or Emily brought up how he looks without Travis Hunter. In a lot of ways, for Deion, this is his Lincoln Riley, what do you look like without Caleb Williams?
Oh, yeah.
Or what do you look like without an elite,
Now we're going to see if you can coach. Yeah,
Yep.
now we're going to see if you can coach. Same thing. So Deion Sanders has the idea for players who are, he says, enduring some extra wear and tear at the end of a long season. He wants to adopt an NFL model of playoff bonuses in which every player is paid a fixed amount every single round.
Which exists in the NFL, where if you
Yes.
get progressively further in the playoffs, you get more of a payout. Everybody in DeMarco, does everyone get paid equally?
Well, you get shares. Yes,
Okay.
the players get paid equal shares, of course. And then you have to vote on certain guys, like practice squad dudes. They might not get as much as you do. But it was a nice surprise. I did not know about the bonus. Going back to that Isaac Bruce conversation, we had never been in the playoffs, so we never had these discussions. So it was nice to get this extra. Like, where did this money come from? Yay! And unbudgeted money at the end of the year. That's
nice.
Always good. Yeah, always good. But, yeah, so I don't mind. I mean, but the players make a ton of money as is. Shouldn't that be enough?
Here's my question. First of all, by postseason, is Deion talking specifically the playoffs or any bowl? Because technically a bowl is postseason play. There are a lot of bowls in college football now.
Coaches get bonuses for bowls.
Oh, absolutely.
So why not players?
Oh, I don't even object to it as much as I'm trying to figure out the logistics of it because, you can be now a sub 500 team and ending up in a bowl. So where is the budget for all of this coming from? Like, I don't object.
NIL? I don't know.
I don't object
I have
to it
no
on
idea.
any type of, like, traditional or ethical. Like, I pay him whatever you want. I don't care.
I don't know the nuts and bolts. And that's so funny. Whenever anybody throws out a suggestion like this, my first thought is, okay, how are you going to pay for it?
Well,
and then we'll figure that out later.
And I imagine Deion's like, look, man, I'm just talking. You guys figure out the
Right,
details.
you guys figure it out. But I don't mind the idea of it.
There's
Yeah.
an insane amount of money that is made off of these bowls and off of these playoffs. So some of that money could then be put towards the player.
But then you end up paying an entire college roster, which is a lot of players. Again, I have no objection to it at all.
It might keep guys playing. Some guys decide not to play the bowl games who aren't in major bowls. If you get a bonus for playing, maybe you might play.
Okay, that's actually really interesting.
Yeah.
The idea of you would get this bonus, but you have to play.
Yes.
And then for some players, I mean, there's going to be some who skip it because if they feel like they're first to third round picks, they've got too much on the line.
Right.
But if you're, say, a fourth round, fifth round, sixth round, you might decide it could be worth risking injury in order to come out of it clean and get this NIL, this playoff bonus.
The
That's
money
actually
may be
interesting.
the money may be worth playing.
I had not thought about it that
Yeah.
way, but that's interesting.
I mean, he's talking about wear and tear. This could be another incentive to keep the guys playing because I do hate when guys sit out bowl games, but I understand it too. This game does nothing for your pro career, and it's not for a national championship.
Right.
So why give it to him?
Well, again, there are
If there's money
so
involved,
many bowls
maybe.
now.
Right. I know. It's crazy. How many bowls are there? We should come up with a bowl. Wouldn't that be fun? What would we name it? If we came up with a bowl game, what would we name it?
From this station?
Yeah,
The
from
Hungry Bowl.
The Hungry Bowl?
It would be the Morales Bowl, let's be honest.
the Bam Bowl.
The minute this station becomes involved with it, it's going to be the Morales Bowl. There's going to be so much Morales imaging. There's going to be
Yes.
so much Morales. He's probably going to sing the anthem.
Jimmy Kimmel has a bowl.
He does, that's what I'm saying.
He
Why
does
don't we
have a
have a
bowl.
bowl?
7-10 bowl is
Yes,
just easy.
but I want the worst teams. I want the worst teams in that bowl. I do.
You want the team with the funniest names too. You want like Grambling State and like
Weird matchups that
Yeah.
nobody, yes, and weird stylistic
and then
matchups.
we'd have like our Pop-Tart, our
Wouldn't that
version
be
of
fun?
Pop-Tart.
Come on.
Cappy refs.
Oh, my God. See, there you go. All right, it's back. The ESPN LA Fantasy Football Draft Party today at Hollywood Park Casino. Be there. Sedano and Cap live at 3 p.m. Draft begins at 6 sharp. Come for food, drinks, and prizes, and all the draft day excitement presented by Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party, and Play. There are a lot of new coaches in the National Football League, a lot of new blood out there. Don't know how they're going to do. Like, some dudes come in with a lot of heat and leave as cold as can be. Which coaches will actually change their organization? Who is going to be good? Who's going to be bad? We're going to tell you that next. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Here, Coach Lincoln Riley's recap of Game 1, Week 1 against the Missouri State Bears. The show is Trojans Live here at Monday at 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. And you can watch it on YouTube at USC Athletics. What will Coach Lincoln Riley have to say about Week 1? Find out on Trojans Live, Monday at 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN. Listen live on the all-new ESPN LA app or watch it live. Coach Lincoln Riley on Trojans Live, Monday at 6 p.m. on ESPN LA, your home of the USC Trojans.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going, and going, and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
I work hard on my 10 all year. What I do every day at Oasis Pool. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We've got Labor Day specials at Good Times Cafe, Mosin, Fiesta Taco, and Pink Coffee all weekend.
Number 2.
Cedric the Entertainer, live September 19th.
And the number 1 reason.
Just because it's Labor Day doesn't mean your summer vacay is over. Our rates in September are as low as $109.
Morongo, good times.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey, soccer fans, want to be at the biggest match of the season? San Antonio Cardinale Wine is giving you the chance to win 2 tickets, plus flights and hotel to the final match of the season. Feel the roar of the crowd, the energy of every goal, and see who will raise the cup live and in person. Don't wait. Head to soccerdreamticket.com and enter now. That's soccerdreamticket.com. Brought to you by San Antonio Cardinale. The perfect game day wine. Enter today at soccerdreamticket.com.
Tuesday, September 2nd at 9 a.m. The Rich Eisen Show is coming to 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Dude, okay, so you love music like I do. That time Prince took over the stage at, what was it, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
With all those other legends, and he just, the epic face melter of a guitar solo.
While My Guitar Gently Weeps, the George Harrison song. He's out there with like Tom Petty.
He was out there.
And all these other legends.
Yeah.
Prince ends up making this entrance after the song had already started.
Yes.
He's in that velvet red derby.
Right.
And just blows
Just killed it.
everyone off the stage.
You know, I hope some of these coaches blow people off the stage. And so how are we going to do this? You're going to go down the list?
Yeah.
And we're going to tell you what we think of each guy?
Jorge, I know I didn't ask you this ahead of time. Can you play some NFL music with this?
Yeah, I like that.
All
There
right,
we
here we
go.
go. I'm going to list the coaches and the new places, and I want you guys to say whether or not you think that he's going to change the organization and whether it's going to be immediate or it's going to be long-term.
Okay.
Okay, and give me a little why.
All right.
So first up, I'm going to give you Pete Carroll, new coach of the Raiders. And DeMarco.
I think this was the best move the Raiders have made in years. Absolutely. After coach after coach after coach, seemed like bad decision after bad decision. When they decided to sign Antonio Brown and he wouldn't come to practice because of the helmet issue, I'm like, that is so Raiders.
Yes.
That is so Raiders, and that's so bad because that's not usually the Raiders. This is good coaching, quality coaching, great, what do you call that, player acquisition. I think what they've done is great. And I think they've had talent. When I saw them up close, when they played the Rams, I'm like, this team should not be this bad. They seem very disjointed. So all they need is someone to bring it together. I think Pete Carroll is that guy. I think he's proved that every step of the way. So, yeah, I think Pete Carroll is definitely going to help the Raiders improve.
Do you think it's going to be this year, or do you think that he needs a little time?
Okay, here's the problem. This year could be great and still not make the playoffs because of the division that you're in. You still have to deal with Denver, who's at least 2 years ahead of you, and Kansas City's already built. So you're already playing. And the Chargers are just about built. It is very, very tough. So he can improve them. He can get them on the right track, and it may not net playoff success.
Andy, what do you think?
I think he will help them some in the short term just because he's a good coach, and he's obviously going to get buy-in because he's Pete Carroll. But he's obviously not a long-term hire because of his age. You brought him in there because you want him to fix a culture, so you hire your next coach, who is hopefully your forever coach.
Mm-hmm.
You're bringing him in to fix everything, to reset the mentality of the entire organization. This is how you do things right. And then whoever his successor is, hopefully is being put in a position to actually succeed.
Yep. I got you. Yep.
He's jacked up, is what he liked to say
I
on
love
the
it.
opening press conference. All right. So the next person I'm going to talk about is, I want you guys to answer, is Mr.
Duval.
Oh, my
Liam
God.
Cohen. He was formerly with the Rams. He was the OC back in 21. Then he went to Kentucky. So what do you think? And he was just most recently with the Buccaneers. So DeMarco, Liam Cohen.
I would have fired him right after that.
Yep. During the press conference.
I love Liam. I do. He was here. He's a great dude. But you do not start off a press conference down there with that. If you don't know, don't go. If you don't know how to say it, don't
That's
say it
trying
at all.
too hard.
Oh,
That's
my
trying
God.
way too hard. But you know him better than I do. Do you
Yes.
think he will be an impactful coach?
I do. I really do. I think he's got a mind similar to a Sean McVay. He is a student of the game, which means he's a student of defense. He knows the rules on that side of the ball, and he will exploit you. As a matter of fact, a lot of that playbook, a lot of Liam Cohen's playbook, because of what Bucky Irving did, wound up here. So a lot of the stuff that Liam Cohen is doing in the screen game is going to wind up here. So can Liam Cohen do it? Does he have the acumen to do it? Absolutely. Now, is he enough to pull Jacksonville out of Jacksonvilling? I don't know. That's a tough place to play.
Tough ass.
They don't draw a lot of fans. I hope so, but I mean, I think he's a great coach. I don't know if it will be enough to drag them out of where they've been.
It's also interesting because he was the OC the year that they went 5-12, I believe, with the Rams. And so then he went from the Rams to then an assistant coaching position with Kentucky. So you kind of take a step back, which typically doesn't happen after you do the thing with the Rams. And you go to the Buccaneers, which was already up and running. I don't know if I'm as high on him. But
No.
Andy?
I'm not saying this will make or break Liam Cohen, but is there any less NFL head coaching sounding of a name than Liam
Cohen?
That does not scream NFL head coach. Liam Cohen.
No. But
not even sort of.
Bill Walsh didn't have the same ring until it did.
I can imagine Bill Walsh out there on the gridiron.
How about George Seifert? Didn't matter until it did. Wayne Fonts? Come on, you can make jokes about that name.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can make it hot. Yeah.
You could. I'm just saying that coming out of the gate, Liam Cohen does not sound like your future Super Bowl winning head coach.
Tough sell, yes.
I think we're going to have more Liam's coaching in the future because it's a very popular name. So up next is going to be Aaron Glenn. He is now the current Jets coach. He just recently was the defensive coordinator for the Lions. He played for the Jets from 94 to 01. He is coming in to potentially bring the Jets out of it. So, DeMarco, do you think he's going to change the organization, and how quickly will that
change? I'm hoping so. I like Aaron Glenn. We were in the same draft class. We're not friends, but we're acquaintances. Seen him a lot, been to the same bowl games, been on the same team with him for All-Star games. So I'm really, really hoping he does well. And I know he's going to bring that same Parcells-like toughness, the old-school football ways to the Jets, and they'll welcome that. That's an environment for that. Now, I'll say this. The Jets' current playoff drought has lasted 14 seasons. 14 years since they've been to the playoffs. Longest active streak in the league. Is he good enough to turn that around? I don't know. But I do know this. They will start to play, and he will put his stamp on this football team. They will be tough. Whether they're good enough to overcome that, I don't know. I hope so, though.
I think also that Justin Fields is their starter, correct?
Yes.
That's maybe
I was trying to avoid saying that.
Yeah. Andy?
Here's what gives me some degree of optimism about Aaron Glenn, because the obvious reason to have pessimism is it's the Jets. They've been one of the most chaotic, dysfunctional organizations in the NFL of the last few decades, and that's a lot to overcome. You mentioned he is a former Jet. He's been inside that building.
Yes.
So he knows the culture and understands what needs to be fixed, in part because he played through it. And he also is somebody who commands a room. He has a personality.
Almost like Dan Campbell.
That's exactly where I was going.
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
That's exactly where I was going. I think one of the reasons that Dan Campbell has been so successful with the Lions is he played with the Lions. And he knows exactly what that losing, dysfunctional culture was like from the inside. And Dan Campbell, when he arrived, was like, we're done with that bleep.
Right.
We are no longer that organization starting now. I don't care if we're good or not, but we're not going to be that anymore. I could picture Aaron Glenn trying to approach it that same way. Like, are we Super Bowl caliber yet? No, but we are not that
We're not losing.
anymore.
No,
we are not Jets
But we're
anymore.
going to find out about him this year, too. It's fun to say all that when you got Ben Johnson as your OC.
Yep.
Yeah, and Jared Goff as your quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brings us to the next person we're going to talk about, who's Ben Johnson, who's been coaching in one shape or form since 2009, but he most recently was the Detroit Lions offensive coordinator, and he is now the head coach of the Chicago Bears. Over the weekend, he was giving some tough love to his offense, specifically Caleb Williams, for his preseason work, and saying that they need to get better. So, do we think that Ben Johnson can finally take the Bears from mediocrity? DeMarco?
No. I really don't. I really don't. And I'll just say this because it's history. When Caleb Williams busts out in Chicago, and you know he's going to, it's a quarterback meat grinder. We know this. But I did say this about him. He's got the talent. If anybody could break that curse, it would probably be Caleb Williams. I just don't see it happening. That is a tough place to play, a tough place to throw the ball in December. But I can see Ben Johnson. I know he is a very smart coordinator, a guy that knows the game. I see a Brian Billick type run for him there. He goes in as an offensive guru, a quarterback whisperer, and comes out a successful coach some other way. Leans on defense, leans on running the game. Everything that you went in thinking about Ben Johnson changes, but he still has success in Chicago, the Chicago way. So I think he'll have success. The Chicago way. I really do. I think he'll have a lot of success. I just don't think that Caleb Williams will be his quarterback for the entire duration.
I think, and you've mentioned this before, DeMarco, that it's just also the idea there's not been a great quarterback in Chicago because of the weather, the wind. It's just really hard to be a good quarterback there. So maybe that is something you can't really solve.
I heard something in Cleveland that they're going to build a new stadium for the Browns and put a roof on it. It's great for everybody, great for the fans, great for the team. The Bears and the Packers will never do that. The environment will always be a part of their makeup, so that will always affect your number one position, your quarterback.
It's so funny, too, because they established that identity, you know, the Bears being that sort of toughness, that sort of elements, before the game was so quarterback-driven.
Right.
And so passing-driven. Like, I get why they would hate that from an identity standpoint. I bet a lot of their fans would hate it, even though in a lot of ways they may be fighting against their own best interests.
It's like people here, and you've heard me say this, when you boo Altuve when he's here, you know you're helping him, right? He likes that.
Mm-hmm.
But Greg's going to boo every time. Right? Same with Chicago. It's the worst thing for you. Put a roof on it. You might actually have a quarterback.
All right, the next person that we're going to talk about is somebody who has been talked about as the next potential wonderkin to different spots. He has been in high positions in big teams in the NFL. He was Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator in 2019 and 2022. Then went to the Chargers, was the OC there. Most recently won a Super Bowl as the OC of the Eagles, and is now the head coach of the New Orleans Saints, Kellen Moore. Do we think that Kellen Moore will change this organization, and how quickly? Marco, Patrick Cap.
I think
not Patrick Cap. That's so silly.
I think he's already changed it. I mean, I think the Saints have kind of wiped away what has been the problem, the rot from inside out. They were kind of a good old boy network. It was a lot of the same people. So this kind of signals a new change in New Orleans. And they are receptive to good, to the Saints being good there. They're very receptive, and they would support that. Kellen Moore in front of an entire unit, I don't know. Kellen Moore running my offense, definitely. As head coach, I don't know. I said the same thing about Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen was a great coordinator. He was a so-so head coach, and that's me being nice. And the other thing about Kellen Moore is, didn't they name Spencer Rattler as their starter?
Fact.
Facts. So, look, if you make Spencer Rattler a factor in the NFC, Kellen Moore is that guy.
Or
I just don't see it happening.
He stays until he can get Arch Manning next
Right.
year, which always frustrates me with organizations when they might be going into a tanking year and they bring in a head coach before that year. You want to line up coach and quarterback ideally together. Like you're looking at what happened with Caleb Williams in Chicago, where they had Matt Eberflus right before they drafted Caleb Williams, and then you fire him like your second year. It feels like an organization should have enough foresight to see it.
I was going to say that's ultimately up to the organization to recognize foresight and be like, look, we have Spencer Rattler in Kellen Moore's first season. If we know another quarterback may be coming, we have to give Kellen Moore enough leeway to adjust to who we think may be the franchise quarterback. Otherwise, what's the point of bringing in Kellen Moore in the first place?
You know these losses are going to pile up on the guy. So if you're expecting success through the draft with Arch Manning, or it could be Nussmeier, whatever quarterback you decide to take, because it's not going to be Spencer Rattler long term. Kellen Moore is 36 years old, so you could start your winning window at 2030, and he'll still be there and young enough to be successful.
And God, I wish that Spencer Rattler was a better quarterback because it's such a good name for
Isn't
a
it
quarterback.
Rattler? It's a waste of a great name for
It's
a
a great
quarterback.
action hero,
Yeah,
Spencer Rattler.
Hey, we have two more left. Second to last is Brian Schottenheimer, who is someone who's
That poor bastard's not going anywhere.
being a perennial assistant head coach
no.
or coordinator. He is going to be the head coach of the Cowboys. Is he set up for success?
I'm glad some people pointed this out. This team is not that far removed from winning 12 games. If Dak Prescott doesn't get hurt last season, who knows how that ends up. So he's got some talent, some high-priced talent. If they can ever figure out, you get Dak back and keep him healthy and figure things out with Micah. That defense used to be pretty good, and all those ingredients are still there. He might have walked into the best situation possible.
On paper?
Yes.
Yes. But contextually, what's the number one problem in Dallas?
Well, by some people, they think it's Jerry Jones.
What's the one problem in Dallas that you're never going to be able to get rid of?
Some people might say Jerry Jones.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
He's never going to be fully set up for success the way he should because Jerry Jones will never stay the hell out of the way.
Okay, wait. Mike McCarthy, I don't know how you guys feel about him as a head coach. What's your Q rating of Mike McCarthy?
He won a Super Bowl.
Used to be great, maybe not as great anymore.
Okay, with Jerry in his ear, fully in his ear, Mike McCarthy got to 12-5.
Sure.
So it is
when
possible.
Did they lose in the playoffs?
It's possible to win with Jerry being omnipresent.
Look, obviously you can win games. I'm just talking about fullest potential for Brian Schottenheimer. Part of that would include your best player, Micah Parsons, not being ensnared in some totally unnecessary public contract battle because your owner loves public contract battles.
Yes.
He loves them.
But for a coach who's never done it, who probably shies away from all that stuff, the stuff that you have to talk about, having Jerry Jones there could be perfect for Brian Schottenheimer. If you need something answered, go to him. I'm coaching football.
What do you think is the number one quality Jerry Jones looks for when he hires a coach?
Well, I think it's compliance.
Yes, exactly.
I think people think it would be compliance.
Yes.
Yes, an easy person to manipulate. And last but not least,
yeah,
someone that I think that we all might agree that could change an organization very quickly, as he did so before as a head coach. It's Mike Vrabel, head coach of the Patriots. A lot of people are picking the Patriots to maybe even win the AFC East, if not come in second. So what do we think of Vrabel back with the organization where he played as a player?
I am a fan of this. Like, I don't even like the Patriots. I didn't even like Vrabel as a player. He used to drive me crazy. Like, really. But I like this. I like his toughness. I like where New England is when he takes over. And I like the fact that he's got Drake May. You're a fantasy guru type person.
I enjoy fantasy, yes.
Drake May is a guy I would take early because he can move.
Yeah.
He can run.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that he's got a modern quarterback. He's been a head coach. He's tough as nails. He's not going to take any crap. You see what he does with the media already. I think this is a great move. It's hard to say moving them to greener pastures. It's the Patriots. One of the greatest franchises ever. But I think he could get them back in contention faster than most.
He's going to, it's like we talked about earlier with Aaron Glenn. Mike Vrabel's going to command a room. And that's one of the biggest obstacles I think coaches have to deal with on a game-in, game-out, season-out basis. Just keeping your locker room's focus and attention. He'll do that.
Oh, no doubt. And he'll get in the fight, and he'll come out bloody. Who would win in a fight, Vrabel or Campbell? Right. See?
I want to see the fight.
Me too. I don't care. I just want to see it. The Rich Eisen Show is coming to ESPN LA on Tuesday, September 2nd from 9 to noon. A unique blend of newsmakers and playmakers join the show each weekday. Plus, Rich's credibility and sports knowledge is unmatched. The Rich Eisen Show comes live from El Segundo each weekday and joins our family at ESPN LA this fall. Hey, could the Lakers, and you know this, if they were in turmoil, you would tell me, right? Is there something going on?
Of course I'd tell you.
Have you been holding info? Are the
I
Lakers
don't
in
know.
turmoil?
I'll have to tell you next.
Tell me next. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, what's up, LA? It's producer Laura.
And producer D.
LA, get ready to chop it up in the afternoons. The new DeMarco and Travis afternoon show is here.
Weekdays from 3 to 6, starting September 2nd. It's sports, it's life, it's LA, all with that barbershop talk feel.
Real conversations, real laughs, and a community vibe that feels like home. Don't miss the debut of the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show.
Starting September 2nd, only on ESPN LA.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
This fall,
the police coming straight from the underground.
Ice Cube is bringing truth to power.
Am I iller? Then a natural born killer. You know how we do.
Featuring 4 decades of attitude, a musical production like he's never done before. September 28th, Crypto.com Arena. Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour. 4 decades of attitude.
Straight out of Compton, it's a crazy brother named Ice Cube.
On sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Looking for an easy way to save energy and earn money? With Clean Power Alliance's Power Response Home program, you can do both. Simply reduce your electricity use with small actions, such as unplugging appliances or air drying laundry during times of high energy demand. You could earn $20 just for signing up. Power Response. Great for your wallet and for the planet. Get paid to power down today at cleanpoweralliance.org/home.
Come celebrate Roger Dunn Golf Shop's 60th anniversary this Labor Day weekend. Enjoy 25% off all Green Tag closeout apparel, 20% off Skechers and Puma golf shoes, and get a 50% bonus trade-in towards any new club. Don't miss out on these deals and more at Roger Dunn Golf Shop's 60th anniversary Labor Day sale the 28th through September 1st. Trusted by golfers since 1965 and home to the legendary 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Roger Dunn Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition product.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
It's Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Guys, what the heck is going on out here?
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
Feeling awesome. Yes. What's up?
Back to the guys.
Before we get going, do not forget, soccer fans, join ESPN LA on Sunday, August 31st at Northgate's Mercado Gonzalez.
See.
Good job.
In
That's
Costa
the Gonzalez
Mesa
market to you and me.
for the ultimate watch party as LAFC takes on San Diego FC, presented by San Antonio Cardinal Wine. Kickoff is at 7:45, so arrive early, food, drinks, and prizes, and the perfect game day wine. Don't miss it. Sunday, August 31st at Mercado Gonzalez. Yay.
Well done.
I know we got the Lakers turmoil, but, man, my cousins are lighting me up. I guess we posted my take on Shedeur in that last game, and they couldn't be more opposite of my take. So, and I'm not even going to respond. They really think it's some sort of conspiracy to keep that kid down. They think they're trying to punish Deion Sanders. And my question is, for what? Why would the NFL want to punish Deion Sanders? What has he done to the league?
I mean, it's been a long time since Deion Sanders has been directly connected to the NFL in the first place.
I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, Laker turmoil, there couldn't be any turmoil. If there is, it must begin with LeBron James starting it because everybody's on the right page here.
I think that's what, I mean, first of all, just so people understand, team turmoil that you're referencing, ESPN, it's NBA pundits. They did some polling predicting different teams for, most likely to win a championship, who's going to be your MVP, all this stuff. But one of the categories was team turmoil. Like, in other words, the team that's going to deal with the most drama.
Some drama, okay.
And the number one team, I believe, was Milwaukee. And that's
Giannis?
honestly the Giannis situation.
Okay,
but then
that's understandable.
Sure. But then number two was the Lakers. And I think that is driven by, just the fact that there's always an expectation of drama with the Lakers because they're the Lakers. They're a dramatic organization. But then, two, this expectation that LeBron is eventually going to demand a trade, and that will create its own set of turmoil. Also, really quickly, just got a statement from the Lakers. They've extended their Spanish radio agreement with KWKW 1330, which obviously involves our own Pepe Mantilla.
All right.
So
the horse. Oh, my God.
His 32nd season as
oh
a
my
radio
God.
and TV broadcaster with the Lakers.
Oh, my God.
That's pretty
Way
awesome,
to go,
man.
Pepe. Yes, sir. Great job, Lakers. The Luka effect.
It
rolls
is.
on. I guess, there is, demanding the trade. So you think if LeBron had that sort of vindictiveness to want to derail this whole thing, he could demand a trade when?
Well, I want to make it clear. I don't think LeBron would demand a trade specifically because he wants to derail the Lakers. I think it would be because he, for whatever reason, wants out, and the byproduct could be it derails the Lakers. But I don't think he would be doing it as a double middle fingers to the Lakers. You know what I mean? This is what I want.
If you leave, you know what's going to happen.
Sure, of course. But,
yeah.
but I don't think he'd be doing it specifically because he wants to kneecap the Lakers. Here's the thing.
I don't think. Well, okay, I see what you mean, but
Right.
I think opting out or demanding a trade to get out of here after this entire offseason, I think that would be that just seems very selfish to me.
Well, look, it may be selfish. If you
Because-
want to say it's selfish,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm just saying the goal may not be to kneecap the Lakers.
He's thinking of himself, and
Right.
whatever happens
He's
to
just-
the Lakers is them.
Yes, you're
Okay.
willing to accept the consequences for the Lakers.
Okay, but from my perspective, that would be damaging because I'm expecting you to kind of fall in line with this whole thing and buy in. If you buy into Luka's the guy, everyone else has to buy in. If you resist, there's a mess.
The truth is this. LeBron, I don't think I would be stunned if he wanted to leave a team that is good because his options for a better team are pretty limited because LeBron is difficult to trade in the first place because of his salary. There's only so many teams that he would, I think, be wanting to go to in the first place. One of them is a team like, at least theoretically, the Cavaliers. They're a second apron team. They're going to be a nightmare to try to work out a deal with, even if both sides are willing.
Right.
LeBron is super complicated to trade anyway, combine his age,
Right.
the fact that he's in a walk year, like all
So,
these different things.
I'll ask you this way, and I listen to you guys, your podcast all
Locked
the time.
on Lakers, 5 days a week, everywhere you get your podcast, Monday through Friday, always free. And for the sickos who like to watch, there's a YouTube component.
You're also calling me a sicko because I
Mhm.
do watch. So here's the thing. I don't think there are any outs for LeBron except for playing here and playing hard.
Yeah.
There's no outs. There's no way to get out of
He's in
this.
season 23. Do you think he really wants to crap away one of his remaining years pouting because he's not in his first choice scenario?
But if you listen to other people and you take his texts and his social media presence, and what do you call it? His passive aggressiveness?
Passive aggressive.
Right. We don't know how he's going to respond. He hasn't said a word yet, so I'm just kind of going that route.
Well, I think,
but I don't think he has an out. There's no other way to play this other than play it on the floor.
He has. The minute LeBron opted into his player option,
or there's no outs with him looking good.
Well, there's no outs with him looking good. There may not be that many outs with him looking bad. Like the minute he opted into his player option, he lost damn near all the leverage that he had. And then once Luka signed his extension and made it clear, I'm not going anywhere, LeBron basically lost all of his leverage.
So his only option to me is to stay, be Luka's teammate, and try to win a championship.
As long as the situation is good in terms of them winning, he's really not going to have a big impetus to demand a trade, because the truth is, I don't think LeBron wants to be out of L.A. Do I think he is thrilled with his situation sort of globally with the Lakers? No. But that's not the same thing as deciding I have to get out of it.
Well, what does it say about him? Like, this is a pretty good team the way it's constructed with him, right? Wouldn't you say, with Ayton and the moves they've made, it's a pretty good team?
Absolutely.
So you want to be traded from this team? Tell me why.
Well,
how do you explain that?
I guess the reason would be, I mean, first of all, if the pieces on the court don't fit as well as they do on paper.
They're fitting pretty good.
Well, but I'm saying we have to see them actually play the games.
Right.
We got to see how the season plays.
But on paper, I see the vision here.
They're better than the team that went into the playoffs.
Exactly.
Without question. You're going to get Luka with a full training camp and healthier.
So you're better, and if you request so you don't care that they're better, you just want what's best for you.
I don't think he's going to demand a trade.
Oh, I'm just saying. There's no other way for him out of this but to play hard.
Look, the Lakers are not going to buy him out. Certainly not now, not before the season begins after he opted in.
Yeah.
Like, if, say, for whatever reason, we're 3 months into the season, the Lakers are sputtering as like a 500-ish team, it's clear they're going nowhere. LeBron feels like, look, I only got so many seasons left. I want to try to compete for a championship. At that point, I think if he asked the Lakers for a buyout, they would say, you know what, we'll do you one better. Or at least this is what I think they should do. They should say, we'll do you one better. We're not going to buy you out. We're going to waive you. And therefore, you keep all your money.
Oh.
And that's how we do right by you.
That's a nice tip.
That's how I would handle it if I were
that's a nice
them.
tip.
Would I buy him out now? Hell no. That's a non-discussion right now.
Right.
Even if LeBron wanted it, which I don't think he would bring it up. I think there's a lot of anticipation that LeBron would want a trade, or maybe even in the NBA mediascape, hoping, because that's a great story. It's a juicy story.
God, yes.
I think there's some wish casting going on.
Whoever trades for them is a fool. Because you'd have to give up so much to get him.
I don't think there's actually going to be a lot of drama once the actual season begins.
Me either. That's what there's no other way for him to handle this other than kind of close your mouth and play basketball.
Look, if the worst thing that LeBron has to deal with is a 50-ish win team where he has one of the few players in the league better than him as a teammate, that it's just no longer his franchise,
right?
He should be smart enough to figure out there are worse things in the world.
I would hate to be labeled the guy that was so caught up in being the guy that you couldn't stand next to the guy. Like, you would have to run away from that. If they're not going to focus on me, then trade me. I hope he doesn't turn into that guy. Even at 40, what is he? 49?
41. 49.
Yes.
He's going to be 41 in December.
Speaking of hot and cold, we have hot and cold next on the Travis and DeMarco show on 710 ESPN. Hey, back in the day when I had leg cramps, the fourth quarter, overtime, practice, even watching film at home, they'd hit me out of nowhere. And let me tell you, there's nothing tougher than pushing through a day with one of those locking up your calf. Had I known about Highland's leg cramps back in the day, I would have had a truckload on me at all time. If you fast forward to right now, I am definitely retired, but leg cramps still sneak up on me during my morning walks, playing with my daughter, even doing this show with Trav. But now I've got something that actually works. Highland's leg cramps tablets dissolve quickly under my tongue and do not upset my stomach. No water needed, no waiting around. Look, cramps don't care if you're a pro athlete, a weekend warrior, or just yelling at the TV from the couch. We all get them, so don't wait around like I did. Get ahead of the problem. Grab Highland's leg cramps right now. Available at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. You will thank me later.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen from NFL Network.
Hey, this is Julie May at Hollywood Park Casino, home of the ESPN LA Fantasy Draft Party. It's back, so save the date, August 28th. Sign up with your team or your league at ESPNLA.com, and you can win so many prizes. We'll have Sedano at cap, 3 p.m., and the draft starts at 6 p.m. So park party and play with us at Hollywood Park Casino.
Days after 3 p.m. Only at Waba Grill.
Just when you thought your soccer watch party couldn't get better, San Antonio Cardinale brings the flavor. This sweet red wine, crafted with passion and tradition, turns every match into a celebration. Whether you're shouting goal or just chilling with family, San Antonio Cardinale makes every second count. Grab a bottle at your local store and make San Antonio Cardinale your go-to wine for soccer season and beyond. Must be 21 plus. Please enjoy responsibly.
You think you know football? Then prove it in the Circa Million Pro Football Challenge, kicking off from the greatest sports destination in the world, Circa Las Vegas. A guaranteed $6 million is up for grabs with a cool mill going to the winner. Come in last and you got $100,000 coming your way. It's $1,000 per entry, max 5 entries per person. Don't forget about Circa Survivor also, with $15 million in guaranteed prizes. Enter Nevada, play from anywhere. Learn more at circasports.com.
All right, we got a caller who says, I need to buy a car and I need to save money. Well, my friend, I've got one answer for you. The Cerritos Auto Square. It's America's largest auto mall. 24 dealerships, all the top brands, all in one easy location right here in SoCal. And here's the secret. These dealers sell more cars than anyone because they have low prices. And they can actually afford low prices because they sell so many cars. Check it out at CerritosAutosquare.com.
Cerritos Auto Square.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale, now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show on ESPN LA.
It's time for Who's Hot and Who's Cold.
Your cold as ice. Thanks to our friends at NextGen. NextGen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing of SoCal sports fans.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com.
Time for Who's Hot and Who's Cold. Thanks to NextGen. Right now.
Konnichiwa.
Good
job. Muy bien.
See, what's hot is pot, weed, smoking, reefer, whatever. Mary Jane. Okay.
If
Mary
pot gets-
Jane?
Yeah, if pot gets hot, we're hot. Okay.
So there's two different stories relating to do with pot. So one of them involves Deion Sanders, who we've talked about
The
today
sticky
already.
icky?
Purple Urkel.
And he was talking about how he didn't understand or didn't anticipate the amount of weed smoked at Colorado Buffalo games, because he says he's like, I feel like there's like every quarter every game in which they all light up in the first TV timeout. So he underestimated the smell of weed and doesn't really love it because he says he's never done any drugs in his entire life. But
I believe him, actually.
Me too.
I do too. I think he's pretty clean. Casper Ruud is a tennis player at the U.S. Open. He's a Norwegian tennis player. And it's funny because a lot of Europeans don't always love coming to the U.S. Open because the crowds are rambunctious, loud. It's different. It's an American vibe. Casper Ruud was talking about his distaste sometimes for playing in New York and being in New York.
I've come from a place which is
very, very different than New York, and grow up closer to the sea and quiet. And I'm not a big fan of the smell of weed when you walk around. No, but seriously, it's not even. I'm not even joking here, because it's every corner of every street. You smell it by almost anywhere you go. So this is not something sportsmen do, or that no one does that since I reached the final here.
It just all smells like cigarettes in Norway, probably. If I've seen enough Joachim Trier movies, they're all smoking weed and smoking cigarettes. So, but anyway, what do you guys think of reefer?
I'm with him. As an athlete, once that smell hits the air,
what do you think of reefer? You
can't be athletic. It's weird. I had to coach a football game. This is 2 years in Europe, where we had to play the Amsterdam Admirals. And there's people in the stands smoking weed, like openly smoking weed. The entire place smells like marijuana. It's weird, and they all have whistles all at the same time. It's just strange.
Wow, high people with whistles, that could be a dangerous combination.
At a football game, right, it's crazy. So, yeah, I'm with him, though, yes. I didn't know it was that prevalent.
That's just every night at the Hebel House.
Crazy.
Just kidding.
Wow.
Andy, it also, isn't there, I remember Slee always complained about this, where people at Lakers games will smoke pot in the arena and crypto.
I have heard that before. I have not personally smelled it, although I know Ireland and Michael and Slee.
It's probably a pen as opposed to they're not
probably some type of vape pen.
Yeah.
And I imagine that guy or girl or whoever it was that was the vapor in question.
The pot smoker.
The reefer smoker in question was only doing it periodically. What I want to know is, these games, Colorado, this is an open air, very big stadium.
How do you get it lit? Oh, sorry.
No, there's got to be a lot of people smoking. If you can manage to smell
Colorado, brother.
Well, I know it's Colorado, but I'm just saying that's a big area.
Let's get our resident person that went to Colorado for a little bit, Greg Bergman, in here to talk about his experience at Colorado. And
I know how many people in Colorado.
They get down in Colorado.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying, to do it to a point in that stadium where Deion on the field.
Well, he's not a pot smoker, so any smell smells like a lot to him.
Oh my God! So there's a story. I was in high school, and I didn't smoke in high school, and so I didn't know what it smelled like. I know, I was a nerd, and I was in homeroom, first class of the day, and this kid in front of me smells like weed, and I go, it smells like a skunk in here, and I was like, literally, I wasn't even trying to put it out there. I just was like, guys, it definitely smells like a skunk in here. Like, why am I the only one acknowledging this? Yeah, no. Then he was like, shut up.
Oh my God.
No. You should have said it just smells like bad weed in here.
There you go.
But you don't smell like a skunk. You just smell like bad weed.
Unreal.
All right. So who's cold is Manchester United. You hear that, Mike Trudeau? Manchester United, as he's a fan, yesterday suffered maybe one of their most embarrassing losses in a very long time. They lost in the Carabao Cup. I don't know what that is, but it just is a game in which there has to be a winner. It's not a exhibition or anything. There is a winner. So they end up going to penalty kicks against Grimsby Town is the name. Grimsby Town FC. And let me explain to you who Grimsby is.
Grimsby Town.
Grimsby Football Club is a professional association football, and they are in the 4th tier of the EPL.
Bunch of hooligans.
And it is founded 147 years ago, but it is
like
quite
reefer,
small.
too.
Smells like reefer.
It's like if the Cowboys lost to a D3 college team.
Oh, man.
Is what happened. So this is the final of this game. I'm going to play the sound for you of when Manchester United missed their final PK to lose to Grimsby Town.
Been under that pressure yet, but now he is. He has to score, remember. Listen to the noise from the Grimsby fans.
It's in Grimsby.
Quavo! Off the crossbar! Grimsby have beaten Manchester United in the most dramatic circumstances. It is Blundell Park, Bedlam. Christy Pibb is in.
Oh my God! Polite yelling. I love
it. They're just saying British things at the end, but then what's even better is the keeper for Grimsby afterwards was speaking to reporters, and he talked about how he was almost half fuming because he himself is a Manchester United fan.
Oh.
Like, he is a fan of the team. He's a supporter when they're not playing against him. And so he was like, I'm half fuming that I blocked all these shots. But
he's conflicted.
This is embarrassing, and shame on Manchester
This
United.
will be the soccer version of App State beating Michigan. It will
Honestly,
always come up.
very similar.
When you were telling me in our pre-show phone meeting on the way here, Emily and I were on the phone, and you were bringing this up as a potential story, something we'd talk about. I don't follow soccer in America, overseas. I do not know soccer at all. I thought for a second that Grimsby Town was the player who hit the shot
name?
or the goalie who let it go through.
Oh,
I was like, oh man, this Grimsby Town must be humiliating.
It sounds like a name.
Sounds
of
like a
British
Harry Potter
person.
character.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think our British general
Yes,
term.
I thought Grimsby Town was a person. I didn't realize that was a team.
Not a
Also how
place I'd
small
want to
they
go
are.
watch a soccer game.
But
Wearing the
but
other jersey.
If soccer, much like American football, is something where the better team always wins. The money always wins. It's very rare that a small town team can beat a big team. So it is very similar to App State and Michigan.
I just love how Jorge knew we were all looking at him. When you said the name of the cup, we're like, is that something? He's like, no, I don't know.
Got to be some type of, what do you call it? Consolation bracket cup.
Oh, really? There's so many cups.
He's been on a slump, man, for a while.
Gosh.
Yeah, so many cups, so little time.
Yes.
But this has been Hot and Cold, brought to you by Next Gen, the official AC heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Call 8333-NEXT-GEN or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com.
One of these days, I know we only have like one more day. I must have my cousin Pookie on. He must have his word about Shedeur Sanders. He will not leave me alone. He just keeps going on.
Cousin Pookie?
My cousin Pookie. We were the same number in high school. Like, he's older than me, so he calls me 75. So he signed off 75 to 75. He disagrees with my take. Strongly disagrees with my take. I don't know how you could not look at that performance and say it was anything but bad. Shedeur's last performance as a Brown.
It was not
terrible.
good.
It was horrible.
I mean, that doesn't mean that he has no future in the NFL. It means he had a really bad preseason game against the Rams.
Well, this is what I mean. My family sometimes, and people in general, you get it all the time, random questions that don't make any sense. So me saying that Shedeur Sanders was standing off by himself and nobody was speaking to him, which is bad. That's bad body language. He's saying I should have went over there and said something to him as an ex-NFL alumni. Like, really? I'm going to go walk onto the field and go talk to a member of the other team?
No.
That's not how this works.
No, I mean, maybe if you cared that much about it, you could talk to someone from the Browns, get Sanders' number, and just be like, hey, this is DeMarco Farr. Wanted to reach out, keep your head up, whatever. But you don't do that in the moment.
No, I don't care enough. This is your
I'm
problem.
saying if you cared enough.
This is your problem, not mine. It's not. It's something that everybody goes through. I'm just saying, like, this is weird for a fifth-round quarterback. Anyway, they won't let it go, and they keep beating me over the head with it. Anyway, I wish I could put it.
That's just how Pookie is.
Yeah, Pookie. He's my guy, and I love him to death. He's the biggest Raider fan known to man, but I wish I could put that story where most of these stories belong. The Dump is next. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Here, Coach Lincoln Riley's recap of Game 1, Week 1 against the Missouri State Bears. The show is Trojans Live. Hear it Monday at 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. And you can watch it on YouTube at USC Athletics. What will Coach Lincoln Riley have to say about Week 1? Find out on Trojans Live, Monday at 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN. Listen live on the all-new ESPN LA app or watch it live. Coach Lincoln Riley on Trojans Live, Monday at 6 p.m. on ESPN LA, your home of the USC Trojans.
Hey, John Ireland here for Thrive Cybersecurity. We all know in sports that defense wins games and turnovers kill you. That's also true in business. The truth is 1/3 of businesses will unwittingly turn over their sensitive company data to thieves this year. Don't let that happen to you. Remember this website, thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Thrive starts with a comprehensive cyber risk assessment. Their security analysts identify gaps and deliver proactive solutions to help keep your network healthy and protected. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Get ready. Visit thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Play defense. Use Thrive and protect your business.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats live from the stands, and we've got a special update. Sources confirm fans using the Vivid Seats app are racking up rewards with every ticket and doing it fast. With an unbeatable lineup of seats and perks that go the distance, why use any other app for game day? Don't fumble this season. Grab your tickets through Vivid Seats, download their app, earn rewards, and as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, get $20 off your first $200 in-app purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
History will be made at BMO Stadium Sunday night as LAFC hosts first place San Diego FC for the very first time. And it's the highly anticipated home debut of global superstar Son Heung-min.
Oh, what a goal! Son Heung-min!
Don't miss this historic night from BMO Stadium. Coverage begins Sunday at 7 p.m.
And the sun shines again for LAFC!
710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
What haven't we done in 2025? By 2025, we've had white rappers, black rock stars, black cornerbacks, black running backs, white Luka.
Post-racial world, baby.
Just what haven't we done in 2025? I guess a lot. We still have more to go. I guess having a woman as a head coach in the NBA.
Or a woman president, too. But, no.
We're getting there.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Dawn Staley talked about so we all knew that she had interviewed for the next job. She ended up not getting it. But she talked in a podcast candidly about the process. And she said that if they had offered, she would have taken the job at the Knicks. And she said that because, how big of a deal this would be to have the first woman coach of a professional male team and then one of the big four. But she went on to say that she asked this question to the Knicks brass. How, if you hired me as the first female head coach in the NBA, would it impact your daily job? Because it would. You're going to be asked questions that you don't have to answer if you're a male coach. There's going to be media and all this other stuff that you have to deal with that you don't have to deal with if you hire a male coach. That got them thinking, maybe she's right. I felt the energy change after that, so I shot myself in the foot being inquisitive and asking all these darn questions. Which kind of makes me a little sad reading this because it's just her telling them the reality of what it would mean. And it's not because of her ability to coach. It's because of the media circus that would surround a woman as a head coach.
The groundbreaking moment would overshadow anything she or the team did that year. You're almost guaranteed an award no matter what you do.
But then also anytime there's any little, locker room dispute or
just going in the locker room.
It just leaves space for criticism, not about her coaching, but because she's a woman.
Well, she's going to be in a lot of ways damned if she does, damned if she doesn't. If, say, the team is off to a bad start or there's some type of slump, and this is, the questions about coaching come into play, but people are going to say that she's either being criticized too much because she's a woman, she's being protected.
Or not enough.
Because
Same
she's
like
a woman.
The female umpire, same
Right.
thing, yes.
I know Dawn Staley thinks that she shot herself in the foot with the interview. I actually think in a lot of ways she dodged a bullet.
Why?
Because as much as I would like to see somebody like Dawn Staley, who is clearly a terrific coach, or a Becky Hammond, also clearly a terrific coach, I would like to see them break that ceiling in the NBA. I don't want it to be somewhere like the Knicks
Just not there.
or the Lakers, where there's an insane amount of scrutiny as it is. It's really hard to be the first and to break those ceilings.
You know where I would pick if I could?
Where?
Expansion, Seattle.
Sure. Somewhere like that, or somewhere where a coach would get some degree of breathing room.
Someone can
leeway.
get some leeway.
Yeah.
So, but I was thinking when you mentioned this before, And so, put yourself in the shoes of Don Staley. You are coming back off the back of another potential championship season for South Carolina, and you have the Trailblazers call you up for some reason. Would you leave an already running amazing program like SC?
Depends how badly you want to coach in the NBA.
And how much they're going to pay me.
But that's why it's the Knicks and the Lakers are those jobs. I can't turn down the Knicks or the Lakers.
I'm not saying she should
or
have
the
turned it.
Blazers.
I
You could
think
turn down.
any NBA job is the Lakers
that's
and the Knicks.
the thing.
Yeah.
That's really what I was saying. How badly does Don Staley want to coach in the NBA? Because the reality is, if the Trailblazers offer the job, you say yes.
It's a step up.
Because you don't know. Well, you also don't know. Will I get this offer another time?
True. Probably not.
Or if you're in an organization that isn't known for success, then it's going to be harder to make that place successful.
Right. If the Knicks offered it to Don Staley, she would have had to say yes. I'm saying I do think she kind of dodged the bullet in some ways, because I don't think the Knicks are the greatest. That's not the greatest atmosphere for her to be that first. There's the New York scrutiny. There's the James Dolan of
There's
it all.
so much.
I'm kind of
that team
glad.
already has drama.
Assuming she gets another shot, or another real shot, a real interview, I think this is actually best for Don Staley.
But I think you're right, DeMarco. An expansion team would be
perfect,
a really good opportunity, because there's not the baggage, and you have the opportunity to build it from the ground up.
Yep. Who do you think really spurs the conversation more? Tiger Woods as a black golfer or PK Subban?
Tiger, because he was.
You think so?
Well, he was a much bigger phenomenon.
Okay, yeah, just saying.
Hockey in America does not have the same attention as golf, I think, in America.
True. Okay.
In North America or the United States,
just
Canada
in the land
is
of
part North
firsts
America.
and things that, weird. Okay.
So it's not only my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom, by the way, again. But it is potentially, hear me out here, one of our greatest working movie stars' birthdays. It is Jack Black's birthday. Hear me out. His movies make a lot of money, and he's almost always picks good stuff, or at least successful stuff.
Yes.
And has recently made a ton of money off Minecraft. He was in Jumanji, right, with the other Jonas brother.
Which, by the way, surprisingly good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it is
Really
the
good.
rare reboot that is better than the original.
What are you aiming towards?
I'm just saying, do you agree that Jack Black is the biggest movie star we have?
I was going to ask you, how do you get Jack
No.
Black onto the Academy Awards? How do you recognize him as one of the? Because
He's been nominated before, right?
how do you get him to
Yeah,
win it?
no, I don't think Jack Black has been nominated.
He's been in good movies.
He has been in good movies.
Yeah.
I remember
He's in Jumanji.
Brian and I
You said that already.
Brian and I had him on our old ESPN podcast as a guest because he did an indie movie called Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie,
And
because
he-
that was with Richard Linklater.
Yes, and he played not a serial killer, but this very meek guy
Yeah.
who ended up killing
Like a
someone.
serious role?
Yeah,
Yes.
very
Oh.
serious role. He was good in it, and also he's a massive Laker.
He was also in The Holiday.
Is he
He was
serious
in
in that
Bernie.
one? Okay.
He's in what?
He was in Bernie.
He was in Bernie. Okay.
I like The Holiday, Andy.
So does my wife.
I like
so does my
Jumanji
wife.
too. Yes.
I
and,
just don't know if he was correctly cast.
and Tropic Thunder.
He's very good in Tropic
Oh my
Thunder. He's
gosh.
great in School of Rock. I
King
like
Kong.
Jack
Remember the
Black.
movie The Jackal? I felt bad for him. Bruce Willis shot off his arm.
And
That
by
was
the
mean.
way, if you're just kind of walking around Los Angeles, you might be able to see Jack Black somewhere, because he does do walks, and he's unmistakably Jack Black when he's on these walks.
I would
Oh,
say
I
I would
like
say
Jack
chicken
Black.
jockey if I saw him.
He was very cool when we interviewed him. Good dude.
Yes.
So another big birthday today. It's Jennifer Coolidge. She had a little bit of a revival with White Lotus. She was on the first two seasons of White Lotus.
Help me out.
She was in Legally Blonde.
I don't want to look her up. Who's Jennifer Coolidge?
She was American Pie. She was Stifler's mom.
Stifler's mom.
yeah.
Okay, there you go.
She was like in the consciousness
Yes.
for Stifler's mom, which was like early 2000s, and that was big. And then she did Legally Blonde, and then this White Lotus thing really pushed her, and she won 2 Emmys for White Lotus, a Golden Globe.
And
She's
now
fantastic.
she's in those
Capital One.
or Capital One or Discover or whatever.
Yeah,
commercials.
Discover,
She's
yeah.
hilarious.
Discover. They're forever.
You saw American Pie, right?
Yeah.
You saw it.
Yes.
Stifler's mom. You saw it.
Yes.
You saw it. You didn't? Okay.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Sure.
Everybody
She's great.
saw it.
She's talented. She's really funny. And also Shania Twain's birthday.
Hey. So she was at the Super Bowl I was in, and that was one of those moments. Everybody talks about it.
Performing or just there?
She was performing. She did the national anthem. She was up on this crane. She was high above our heads, Everybody that's been in the Super Bowl says the same thing. While you're getting ready to play, you will catch the eye of some celebrity, and they'll be staring back at you, and it's a weird thing like, whoa, that's such and such. For me, it was Shania Twain.
She was suspended up on a crane?
She was moving around on a crane, just right above our heads.
That brings me back to a few years ago when Rihanna performed in the Super Bowl and was very clearly pregnant.
Yeah.
I was terrified with her up suspended on that scaffold or whatever it was. I was like, oh my God, Riri, get down.
Yes.
I was really frightened for her.
No doubt.
Like you are performing with child. This is not safe.
Isn't that Feel Like a Woman?
Well, I was gonna
that one?
Let's go, girls.
Oh.
Yes, that is. That's I Feel Like a Woman. I was
She
going
went right
to
into that.
ask you if you felt like a woman. Also, the quickest way to get a call and response, especially for a white woman, is dun, 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 dun. Let's go, girls.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just try it out.
Let's try that tonight. Let's try it next on Super Crosstalk. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. My show, The Rich Eisen Show, is coming to ESPN LA Tuesday, September 2nd at 9 a.m. Just in time for kickoff for the football season. 710 ESPN, the new home of The Rich Eisen Show in the Southland.
I work hard on my 10 all year. What I do every day at Oasis Pool. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We've got Labor Day specials at Good Times Cafe, Mosen, Fiesta Taco, and Pink Coffee all weekend.
Number 2.
Cedric the Entertainer, live September 19th.
And the number 1 reason.
Just because it's Labor Day doesn't mean your summer vacay is over. Our rates in September are as low as $109.
Morongo, good times.
Just when you thought your soccer watch party couldn't get better, San Antonio Cardinale brings the flavor. This sweet red wine, crafted with passion and tradition, turns every match into a celebration. Whether you're shouting goal or just chilling with family, San Antonio Cardinale makes every second count. Grab a bottle at your local store and make San Antonio Cardinale your go-to wine for soccer season and beyond. Must be 21 plus. Please enjoy responsibly.
What's going on? Happy Thursday. It's Morales. And guess what? A little history this afternoon at 3 p.m. The final Sedano and Cap afternoon show. And we're going to be live at Hollywood Park Casino for the ultimate fantasy football draft party today, 3 p.m. HBC Park Party and Play. Cappy's going to be there. Beto Duran, producer Lindsay Baseball, Funchy Lover, Michael Funches, and me, Chris Morales. Maybe even a Greg Bergman appearance as we throw down the ultimate fantasy football draft party and say goodbye to afternoon drive because tomorrow we got a best of the final Sedano and Cap afternoon show.
We may have to figure out who's going to be in these studios or not come September 2nd.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
Wow. Happens today at 3 at Hollywood Park Casino. Come on out, press the flesh with us, and have a party, party.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha!
We'll see you at 3 p.m. today on ESPN LA.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Byer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
Looking for an easy way to save energy and earn money? With Clean Power Alliance's Power Response Home program, you can do both. Simply reduce your electricity use with small actions, such as unplugging appliances or air drying laundry during times of high energy demand. You could earn $20 just for signing up. Power Response. Great for your wallet and for the planet. Get paid to power down today at cleanpoweralliance.org/home.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There he is. Mace, how you feeling, bro?
I'm getting better, man. I'm feeling better every day.
Yeah, getting better every day?
Yes.
Are you walking, working out? What are you doing?
No, I'm not doing any of that
None of the above?
I intend to go back to the gym tomorrow morning. Saturday morning. Tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be back in studio. I tested just about negative today. There was one little tiny squiggle of a line. So tomorrow I will be back, and I'm excited about it. I somehow got myself onto YouTube here. I don't know if I did it right or not.
Oh.
Somebody look at it and tell me if it's okay.
Well, you sound better. You sound like you got your energy back.
Yeah, I'm starting to get my energy back a little bit. I'm getting myself cranked up. Had extra coffee today. Had 3 quad espressos.
John, are you in Poland? Did you go with Jeanie and Rob to go see?
I wish. No, I'm in Idaho.
You're in Idaho, okay.
Yeah, the only place that Poland and Idaho have in common is that vodka comes from both places. That's about it.
And a few other things. Yeah, I think it's cool that Jeanie and Rob went over there to support their guy or to protect their number one asset. That's pretty smart.
Well, why not is what I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it's expression of full support for the guy who's the future of the franchise.
Can I circle back to something you guys were just talking about?
Sure.
So Mason and I have talked about this in the past, but I don't think we've ever brought it up on your show. You were talking about Jack Black. I think Emily brought up Jack Black.
Yes.
So funny.
And how he does not have an Oscar.
I saw it was his birthday, and I pulled that exact piece of sound that you're going to set up.
I'm not sure, but
the end of High Fidelity.
Right. So, Andy, you've probably seen the movie High Fidelity, right?
Andy's gone. He took off.
Did he leave?
No, Andy left. Okay, got it.
All right. So, DeMarco, have you seen the movie High Fidelity?
Yes, I have.
Emily, have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
All right. Jack Black, when you see it, and you would like it, Em, it's a good movie. John Cusack, Lisa Bonet, Jack Black has a small role in it, but it is the epitome of what a best supporting actor should be. He should have been nominated, and Mace, back then it was a very stuffy Academy, and I think there were only 5 people nominated.
Yep.
Now there are more nominees, and the rules are looser. I think if High Fidelity comes out in 2025, he's got a shot.
Yeah, I think by today's standards, John, he probably would have been nominated.
But,
it's
DeMarco,
really
this is what a best supporting actor is supposed to be. Every scene he's in, you can't take your eyes off.
He steals?
Oh, yeah. He's fantastic. And there's a scene at the end that's the one Mace was talking about where, now everybody knows he's in a band and he could sing, but he just he does a Marvin Gaye song at the end of the movie and just knocks it out of the park.
Wow.
And so that's when he should have got his Oscar.
Are we going to play it? We're not going to play it? I thought
I
we
have
had
the
it.
sound. Do you want me to play it?
Yeah, I want to play
John?
it. Yeah, go ahead.
I've been really trying, baby, to hold on to this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, come on. Wow, come on. Woo. Let's get it on.
And DeMarco, this goes on for 2 minutes, and he's fantastic.
Do you think he could have pulled off a music career? Kind of like in a Meatloaf sort of way, I guess?
After watching School of Rock, I actually do.
Me
I've
too.
watched School of Rock 3 or 4 times. I think he could have developed a cult following in that way. He had a band called Tenacious D.
I was a fan of Tenacious D. Yeah.
Because he's a big NBA fan, that did okay. That toured, that opened for some pretty big acts. And by the way, we had him on the 3rd chair once. Michael and I had him in the 3rd chair, and he could not have been nicer.
Wow, that's cool.
Big Laker fan.
I wonder if
NBA fan.
someday if he could win an Oscar. And how do you do that? Can you win an Oscar being like typical Jack Black stuff, or do you have to do something different?
Well,
it always helps when you get a little serious.
Right.
The Oscar people, they love serious and dour, and somebody dies, and somebody's a reclaimed prostitute. Oh, you need something really heavy. You need something really. I don't know that Jack Black is necessarily going to do that. And I still, by the way, John, don't know that outright comedy performances get nominated.
Yeah, well, the High Fidelity performance is not necessarily all comedic.
Right.
He's just really good. And in The Holiday, it's not comedic at all.
Right.
And he plays a really good role in The Holiday.
But I mean, The Holiday, I know you love that movie because it's so hallmarky, but that was not a high-end, like, Oscar kind of movie.
Well,
it's just kind of a schlocky romantic comedy, right?
Well, it's a Nancy Meyers movie. You know,
Yeah,
I like.
oh, God, I hate those.
You're right. You hate
so annoying.
You hate those, and I like them.
Oh,
so
God.
Yeah,
You guys should do a radio show.
Yeah,
there you
why
go.
not?
Second, Emily brought this up, and try this on for size. What do you guys think of Dawn Staley, the player, the coach, what she is right now at South Carolina?
I agreed with what Andy said, that I'm glad she didn't get the Knicks job because the Knicks is basically an S show.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they just fired Tom Thibodeau after he led them to their best season in years. James Dolan, the owner, is like a chicken with his head cut off. He's super knee-jerk. If Dawn Staley gets a head coaching job, or if Becky Hammon gets a head coaching job, we have an assistant on our staff at the Lakers, Lindsey Harding, who could easily do it. Lindsey coached Sacramento's summer league team, and or either their summer league team or their G League team to a title. I can't remember which. But I want whoever that woman is who breaks the glass ceiling to go to a place with stability. The Knicks are the opposite of that. So I'm actually glad Dawn didn't get the job.
I said maybe expansion to Seattle might work.
Maybe, but the first coach of an expansion team is never the one that reaps the benefits of it. For example, when Oklahoma City came into the league, when they moved from Seattle to Oklahoma City, P.J. Carlesimo had that job. Started 1-17, so they fired him, brought in Scott Brooks, and 4 or 5 years later, Scott Brooks had him in the finals.
Wow.
So you don't always want to be the first one in on an expansion team, but the second one in sometimes is a good job.
Kind of like buying a Range Rover. Don't buy the first model. Buy the second year.
Right.
Yeah, when they fix all the problems.
Any car, really.
But I think it'll work, man. I mean, I used to think, no, there's no way I could take orders or how can she help me? I think she could as a basketball player. Who knows the game better than her?
No, she's qualified. That's not the issue. It's just
But the glass ceiling is pretty thick here.
Yeah, but it's fit is what, like, I always thought when Greg Popovich retired, and that just happened, that Becky Hammon would have a shot at that job, but they elected not to go that way. I don't know. JJ, the reason Lindsey Harding is on our staff is that JJ and Lindsey were both top high school recruits, and they got into Duke at the same time. So they've been friends since freshman year of college at Duke, and he hired Lindsey. But the players love her, like she could, like Mace. We should get. I don't know if the Lakers would let her. Yeah, I think they probably would.
Would they
come on our show?
No, she'd be great.
But if she came on our show, you guys would be instantly impressed. Like super smart, gets it. Players listen to her. Has like whenever I have a question about a game. And I don't want to bother JJ, which is most of the time. You never want to bother the head coach.
Right.
I'll go to Scott or to Lindsey or to Nate McMillan and get my answers. And every time I go to Lindsey, she's great.
Okay, Mason, this is one for you.
Okay, cool. What do you have a list of questions? Like these questions are for John, these questions are for Mason.
This is more about the Dodgers, and I know you guys are going to get into this later on. But
yes,
we've never seen anything like this with Shohei, which presents problems going forward. So Greg and Clinton Yates kind of got into it yesterday about how you use him going forward, and can you bring him in relief, and what does that mean at the plate? Do you have any idea? And does what you saw last night out of Shohei change your mind about starting him in the postseason, being on your postseason roster?
I'll tell you, he was pretty devastating last night. He gave up the one home run, but otherwise 9 strikeouts in 5 innings. The guy is – he's rounding into form. And as of yesterday, we were talking about the starting rotation in the postseason, saying yes on Kershaw, yes on Snell, yes on Glasnow, yes on Yamamoto, and no on Shohei Ohtani. Last night sort of twists it a little bit in my head. Shohei Ohtani pitches once a week. He pitches once a week. You cannot use him as a closer in the postseason. Now, you could use him, for example, here's where I would love to use Shohei Ohtani in the postseason. Let's say Glasnow, Snell, Yamamoto, Kershaw, let's say they blow up and they're out in the third. That's a perfect time for Shohei Ohtani to come in as a bulk guy to pick him up after a less than stellar performance by the starting pitcher. So I would say that's, if I see him pitch in the postseason, that would be a great way to use him. But the idea of him closing is just nonsense.
Yeah, I agree with Mace. And the other thing is, DeMarco, what I would, I know you played a little golf. Your brother plays a lot of golf. You know what a mulligan is?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so a mulligan is if you hit a bad shot, the people you're playing with say, all right, go ahead and take another one and we won't count it. That's a mulligan. I would use Shohei in the postseason almost like a mulligan. To Mason's point, if a pitcher has a bad start, like he comes out and let's say gives up 3 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second, in a playoff game, you can't leave that guy in. The games are too important. Maybe that's when you use Shohei.
Then you give me 5 innings from Shohei after somebody leaves in the second. To me, that makes a ton of sense.
Mace, the fly in the ointment there is what we talked about yesterday. How do you warm him up?
Right. You've got to be in the right spot in the lineup to be able to pull that off.
Right. Or maybe I would have to. I haven't been down to the tunnels in Dodger Stadium in a while, but I'm pretty sure he could warm up underneath. He wouldn't have to go all the way out to the bullpen. And so maybe he does that. Like, let's say he makes an out, and, so he's got 8 hitters before he's got to come up again. If he could just walk underneath the dugout and warm up, then I think you can get away with it. But I'd have to ask, like, Vassay.
I've got an update from the Blue Review. Blue Review. Greg says if you use him as a reliever and take him out, he's out of the game.
Right. That's what they were arguing
If he's
over.
a starter and comes out, he can stay in as a hitter. But if you take him out as a reliever, he's done for the day.
He's done, right.
So long relief doesn't make sense, as it turns out.
Crazy. I know. This is, like I said, he brings up questions that you didn't think of before, and I'm trying to chew my food slowly so I can enjoy it. I'm trying to appreciate what I'm seeing and not take it for granted. Because
he's the best baseball player I've ever seen in person. I just think the Dodgers have 4 guys that are better options right now. But I got to tell you, Mace, after watching that game last night, it made me rethink it.
I think everyone is.
Well, and I think it's how
dominant.
It's how everybody's pitching on October the 1st, right?
Right.
If Kershaw, if the wheels come off at some point, obviously it's Shohei. If somebody scuffles or somebody gets injured or dinged up along the way, then Shohei can step in. I mean, he's kind of your emergency break glass guy. The one exception to this is if Shohei goes to Dave Roberts and Andrew Friedman and that crowd and says, look, I'm here to do both. I want to pitch in the postseason. Then you give him whatever spot in the rotation he wants.
Champagne problems.
What'll be interesting is the Sophie's choice of a decision would be Dodgers up by 1.
Mm-hmm.
End of the game. You've exhausted the pitchers that you like. You bring Shohei in as a reliever. If he doesn't get you out of it, based on what you said earlier, Mace, he would be out of the game as a hitter.
Yes.
So you almost can't mess with that.
Yeah, you can't really risk losing him as a hitter, which means as a reliever, it's problematic.
More decisions. Like this. That was Super Crosstalk. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.